far this summer. They have the fourth most strikeouts at 367. They have the third fewest hits allowed at 326. And like I said, they have 11 saves, which ranks them third in the entire West Coast League. But you look at the other side, the other bullpen, the lefties, and again, mirror image for the record, mirror image when it comes to pitching as well. The lefties pitching has the third worst ERA at 6.13, the worst whip at 1.79, pardon me, 1.78. They have the second most walks allowed at 246. They do have the eighth most strikeouts at 321, so slightly more middle of the pack there. But then you go to saves, only 3 saves this year, which is the worst in the entire West Coast. Again, it's hard to get saves when you don't win very many games. So, you can't really blame them for having the fewest saves in the entire West Coast League. And a stat that really popped out to me is the fact that the lefties allowed the most home runs out of any team in the West Coast League. 35 long balls given up so far this year from that pitching staff. Whereas the Sox, the bats for the AppleSox, they have the third most home runs, 25 so far this year. A lot of those coming from Santiago, who has 6 so far this year to lead the team. So when you think about it, 25 home runs in total, but 6 of those coming from the team leader, Santiago. That means that Sox have spread out the long balls for the most part through a variety of different guys. You have, Murasaki's in the lineup tonight who has 2. James Castagnoli has 2. Landon White has 2 as well. And, a couple other guys, a few spatterings of guys who have 1, right? So they've really spread out those home runs, but 6 of them concentrated with Santiago, 3 away from the record. So, a close win yesterday, 2-0, and I have no doubt that that's going to light a fire under the Sox here today to take care of business, get their 5th straight series win, and their 13th of the season.
It's a matchup of pretty much David and Goliath here in this series. The second time the Sox are facing lefties. First time they faced, the AppleSox picked up their 3rd sweep of the season. Of course, looking for a series win today. It's a scorcher out here in Wenatchee today. Temperatures just below 100 at 99 degrees, but it feels like 102 because, man, it is so smoky out here. So make sure you guys stay inside, stay safe, and make sure you guys cool on down. We got more pregame here. We're talking to James Castagnoli, who picked up a double yesterday, one of the AppleSox's only extra base hits in Game 1 here. So stay tuned. You're listening to the AppleSox pregame show on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Hey, get the goat off the AC vent. This time of year, we are right there with the goat, hanging out and trying to stay cool.
Folks can start quotes on our website, WenatcheeInsurance.com.
And you can schedule an in-person video or phone appointment.
No one should have to sweat about insurance.
We are a locally owned independent agency, so we can walk people through a variety of options.
Make sure you're covered, maybe even save some money.
So give us a call or text today, 509-295-9055.
And then get back to the AC with the goat.
At Banner Bank, cheering on the AppleSox is just one more way they show their appreciation for the Wenatchee Valley. When it comes to your finances, it's all about how they can help you move forward with truly personal service, smart financial solutions, and being the local expert by your side when it matters most. In fact, Banner Bank has been named one of the 100 best banks in America by Forbes for 10 straight years and one of Newsweek's best regional banks again this year. Stop by your local Wenatchee branch or visit bannerbank.com. Banner Bank member FDIC.
Let's give a big hand to a proud sponsor of today's game, the Salcedo Group of Companies. Celebrating 25 years of serving our valley, Salcedo does it all, from top-tier HVAC and electrical expertise to major local development. Today, they're proving their philanthropic heart by supporting over 70 local organizations across Chelan, Douglas, and Grant counties, including our very own Wenatchee AppleSox. Locally grown and deeply committed, Salcedo continues to invest in everything that makes our valley home. Thank you, Salcedo Group of Companies.
NCW.News is your source for accurate and intensely local news across North Central Washington. Part of Ward Media, an independent company committed to local journalism, NCW.News provides stories from our network-respected community newspapers. Stay informed with news from the Lake Chelan Mirror, Leavenworth Echo, Cashmere Valley Record, Quad City Herald, and Wenatchee Business Journal. With over 100 years recording the region's history, NCW.News and Ward Media keep communities engaged on the issues that matter most. Visit NCW.News for local news you can trust.
Jackson out here pregame with James Castagnoli. So, James, great win last night, 2-0 over the Lefties. How are you guys feeling?
Feeling good. I feel like we left a lot out on the table. as an offense, our pitching staff was amazing. Harry gave us a crazy good start, and then the guys out of the bullpen were just lights out. But from an offensive standpoint, we think we can play a lot better than what we did, just from having better approaches, better at-bats, putting together quality at-bats that, move runners in, score them. So.
Yeah, and what did Mitch say specifically about that last night post-game?
Yeah, a lot of the talk was just how we need to execute, with runners on second base. We had multiple times guys on second with nobody out and didn't even move them over, let alone score them. So his emphasis was a lot on just doing the job, being selfless with our at-bats and helping the team win.
Yeah, you had one of the extra base hits to the Sox last night with a double. You've been very hot lately at the plate. What's your approach going into your recent ABs?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. After Victoria, those at-bats wasn't feeling the most comfortable in the box. Was getting kind of lucky with a few balls, find some grass. But after yesterday, it's just be aggressive. I'm trying to start my swing to see it rather than see it and then start my swing. And that approach has helped me stay on time, stay the other way, which is, my strong suit.
You and Coach Ian Stagdahl very close, of course, on the squad. What tips has he given you this year on your swing?
I think that was the biggest one. I think my biggest struggle usually is just being on time for a consistent amount of at-bats. And so anytime he sees me starting to get down late and everything's being late, he's like, remember, just go to see it, don't see it, and then go.
This is your second year with the Sox. What's the same or different compared to your last year in 2024?
Honestly, there's not much different. The mentality that we have is that we're going to win no matter what. It doesn't matter if we're down early or we go up big. Like, there's not a game that we're not in, regardless of what the score is. So that's very similar to, 2 years ago where it didn't feel like we were ever out of anything.
You guys are looking for your 13th series win tonight and your 5th straight so far. What are you guys looking to do against the Lefties tonight?
Again, it's just from an offensive standpoint, we just want to be a little bit sharper, be a little bit more focused and locked in throughout the entirety of the game. But our arms, if they do exactly what they did yesterday, will be great.
Well, best of luck, James. Good luck tonight.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
More here pre-game.
Hi, this is Jeff Rounds, president of Lefties Insurance. Do you want better value from your insurance? Whether it's home, auto, health, life, farm, or business coverage, our team at Lefties Insurance works with the top companies to provide the best protection at competitive prices, providing our clients help before they need it. That's value. That's Lefties Insurance. Contact us today to see how affordable peace of mind can be. Let's talk today.
Lefties Insurance. Call 888-902-1800. Online at lefties.com.
Hop into my Chevy. We're gonna take a ride. We're going down to Easy's Burgers where the food is dynamite. Easy's Burgers. Easy's Burgers, oh yeah. Fast, friendly, and delicious. They really do it right. Serving up those burgers every day and every night. Big kids, little kids, mom and dad too. Easy's Burgers. Made fresh for you.
Dr. Scott Bibbins Family Dentistry. Friendly, professional staff where they take care of all of your dentistry needs. Fillings, cleanings, root canals, crowns and bridges, orthodontic appliance therapy, oral surgery, and dental implants. Complete dentistry for the whole family, where their experienced staff takes pride in offering comfortable care in a relaxed atmosphere and strive to exceed your expectations. Dr. Scott Bibbins Family Dentistry. Now at their new home at 445 Mission Street, across from Banner Bank in Wenatchee. The convenient parking off Mission and 5th Street.
Since 1977, Hagelin's Trophies has provided North Central Washington with the best in awards. Capture those special memories with a trophy, plaque, or award from Hagelin's Trophies. They also engrave name badges, desk and wall signs, and can customize your badges, signs, and awards with your logo on their laser engraving system. If you need promotional items, they can help there too. Hagelin's Trophies, 123 North Chelan and Wenatchee, and at Hagelin'sTrophies.com.
Back here pregame with Paul Thomas, Jackson Dot Smith Slide. Glad to have you on this Wednesday afternoon. So the Sox shut out the Lefties 2-0 last night, but their bat's not so successful. Maybe the heat got to them or something there. But the Sox really just struggled. Their only runs coming in the 2nd and the 5th inning, an RBI double by Akani Owodunni in the 2nd and a ground out in the 5th would bring in another
run for the AppleSox there, but that was really it. Only 9 hits, and they just struggled to bring runners across. However, the main story was the AppleSox's pitching staff.
Absolutely. Harry Pelsman got the start, only his second start of the season, and he got the win. He went 5 innings scoreless, allowing only 3 hits. He did walk 3 batters, but was able to strand each of them and struck out 5 men as well. So Harry Pelsman able to win free socks for the fans here all by his lonesome, basically. Great outing from Pelsman. Like, now with that win, he has a 1-1 record overall. After him, it was Levi Groffman, who came in for 1 inning, allowed 2 hits, but again, able to strand both those and got a strikeout in his wake as well. And then taking over for the last 3 innings of that game, so a longer relief outing to close out the game, was Clint Beck, who got his 5th save of the season. He has been phenomenal to watch for the Sox this year. 3 innings, scoreless, no hits. I'm going to say that again. 3 innings, no runs, no hits, and no walks as well. No one able to really reach base against him. He had 5 strikeouts as well. 5 punch-outs from Beck. He has just been nuts. Incredibly fun to watch from the right side. And like you said, the bats for the Sox just not very hot. It may have been hot outside, but the bat's not hot. Oh, Junior, player of the game, those 2 hits, both doubles, and one of them an RBI double to bring home Castanola, and then also came on to score on his other double of the evening as well. So he was just kind of the bulkier offense all night. It's good to see a young guy fresh out of high school, just turned 18, went to the MLB draft combine, didn't get drafted, but kind of dipping his toes into college baseball before he goes to the University of San Diego next spring. And he's put on a bit of a show here. His numbers haven't been, knock your socks off type of numbers, but it's been doing enough to get some eyes on him and realize, hey, this guy is, he's the real deal for a really young catcher. And last night was just a taste of what he can do.
Exactly. And, Akani was talking to us. He's like, Victoria, he just struggled a bit, but it was, good to come back yesterday and really just have his bat explode as he kind of carried the AppleSox's offense into that victory there. And Castanola said it in the pregame interview, is they struggled with timely hitting. They had runners in the scoring position and just could not bring them home. I mean, again, you look at the men left on base. You had 7 men left on base off of 9 hits there. It's just not getting the job done. You got 9 runners on, and you're just not able to, get those hits and have them bring more runs home. And you really should be blowing out the lefties. I mean, their game 1 they faced just a couple weeks ago, it was 20-1 AppleSox win. I mean, yesterday, 2-0. They'll look to hopefully fix that tonight, but we'll meet the pitching staff. Of course, the pitching staff was the star of the show last night. We'll see if it is tonight here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Hit a home run with LocalTel Communications. For over 40 years, we've been Central Washington's trusted telecom provider, delivering fast internet and reliable phone service. Whether you're streaming the big game, video chatting with loved ones, or running your business smoothly, LocalTel has you covered. Join the LocalTel family today and enjoy the best connectivity in the region. Visit us at localtel.com to learn more.
Summer starts with membership at the Rack. Pack your calendar with camp, rack, swim, and tennis lessons, summer swim team, indoor and outdoor pickleball, tennis tournaments, play programs, and so much more. It is so easy and fun for the whole family to stay active and fit all summer long when you join the Rack. Summer classes and camps are filling fast, so don't delay. Call the Rack today. That's Wenatchee Racket and Athletic Club, or use the Rack app for program registration. See all the details at rack.org or call 662-3544. The Rack, where we play every day.
Link Transit is your free, clean, and safe ride to where you need to go. Whether you need to go to work, school, run errands, or taking a day trip to Leavenworth or Chelan, Link can take you there. Save gas and don't worry about parking. Plan your trip with Google Maps, Apple Maps, or the Transit app. Skip the fuss. Take the bus with Link Transit.
Come experience the Tap Room by Hellbent Brewing at Pybus Public Market, your family-friendly destination for exceptional craft beer, great food, and a welcoming atmosphere. With 20 rotating taps featuring Hellbent craft brews and local ciders, plus a full bar and local wine list, there's something for everyone. Their chef-driven seasonal menu showcases the freshest local ingredients with bold American and Pan-Asian flavors in every dish. Open daily, visit the Tap Room by Hellbent Brewing and embark on a flavor-filled journey right in the heart of the Wenatchee Valley.
The 6'6" righty from Sam Houston University, Felix Shalit, gets the start for the Sox tonight. His second start against the Lefties this season. Last time it was in Port Angeles, where he tossed 3 scoreless innings and struck out 1 in that outing there. He enters today's game with a perfect average at 0.00, not a single run given up. He's given up only 7 hits this season. 4 walks on top of that, 10 strikeouts, and again, not a single run. But Smith, who do the Lefties have tonight?
Wow, they're rolling out a fellow right-hander, Brady Sprague, 5'10" and 190 pounds, a sophomore from Centralia, Washington. So, home to the Pacific Northwest. He's currently at Centralia College. His first year, he spent up at Big Bend and then made the move to Centralia, back to his old stomping grounds to play college ball. And now here with the Lefties, he's making his 10th appearance of the season, but only his second start. He only has 1 start coming in to today. He has a 1-win, 2-loss record, and he's got a 4.15 ERA, 21 and 2/3 innings pitched. He's given up 21 hits. He struck out 21 and walked 12. So pretty high above water on that strikeout to walk ratio. So you should see some exciting stuff from Brady Sprague. But then again, Felix Schleid has been impressive, doesn't even begin to describe it for Schleid. He has been phenomenal for the Sox. Like you said, a 0 ERA. And that's just really a testament to how good this pitching staff is for the Sox. We said it again. We said it before. We'll say it again. The best ERA at 3.42, second best whip at 1.32, second fewest walks, 4th for strikeouts. So they're not striking out a ton of batters. I mean, last night you saw a plethora of strikeouts. You saw 12 from the pitching staff. Kind of a real team effort there. Pelsman and Beck doing the, brunt of that heavy lifting. But then you also look at the saves, right? 11 saves for the Sox. They have just been phenomenal. When they have the lead, they don't cough it up. They don't allow teams to get back into those games. They slam the door on them when it matters. And a lot of that, it comes down to Clint Beck. I said in the earlier part of the pregame show, the Lefties, the pitching staff's been struggling, really, to say the least. The ERA, 6.13, the 3rd worst in the entire West Coast League. They have the worst whip at 1.78. They've also, and I mentioned this before, it's an interesting stat, they've allowed the most home runs at 35. And the Sox, 3rd for home runs. They hit quite a few long balls, especially at their home ballpark, to the right field fence, where, Santiago has been known to just tee up a ball over that fence. So I wouldn't really be surprised if you see someone or a number of faces on the Sox lineup tee one up, crush it over the right field fence, and touch them all.
Indeed, Smith. The AppleSox haven't hit a home run, since Game 3 against Victoria. That was Kai McGarry, who has, sadly played his last game in an AppleSox uniform, and that was last night. And, of course, we'll meet the new man in right field. You got roster lineups and a bit more pregame coming up after this. It's time for the national anthem here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Discover what Premier Senior Living is all about at Blossom Valley Assisted Living and Blossom Creek Memory Care in beautiful Wenatchee. Blossom Valley Assisted Living and Blossom Creek Memory Care communities provide seniors with a stress-free style of living that enhances the mind, body, and spirit. There's always so much going on, from shopping trips to gardening to fitness activities. Plus, you can enjoy peace of mind knowing that trained care staff are present 24/7. Schedule a private tour experience at Blossom Valley and Blossom Creek.
AppleSox fans, if a foul ball leaves your car with a rock chip or broken windshield, take it to Discount Auto Glass. Locally owned, Discount Auto Glass specializes in rock chip repair, windshield replacement, mobile service, window tinting, and calibration service on all makes and models. Get your rock chip repaired at Discount Auto Glass, 888-0072 and at 901 Valley Mall Parkway in East Wenatchee, across from 7-Eleven.
Hey, it's Stacy with the Floor Factory, is Flooring America. Whether you're looking for a small project or a large one, from special order options to our large selection of in-stock, we can help you. From the latest color and style trends or to more of a classic style, we can help you. Carpet, hardwood, luxury vinyl, laminate, and even sheet vinyl. Come check out our newly updated showroom and our last chance bargain basement. They're great for do-it-yourself, or we have professional installation available too at 13 South Wenatchee Avenue. It's where friends send friends to the Floor Factory.
Looking for a quality used Euro car? Visit Wenatchee Euro Import Auto Sales in East Wenatchee by the airport. Locally owned with vehicles fully inspected, serviced, and reconditioned by Eric's European and Asian Auto Repair. Don't buy a mystery car from another sales lot when you can buy with confidence from the team at Wenatchee Euro Import Auto Sales, next to Eric's Euro and Wenatchee Rental Cars. Check out their inventory at WenatcheeEuro.com or call 509-888-7697.
Hey, AppleSox fans, let's talk about community. Today's broadcast is proudly sponsored in part by the Salcedo Group of Companies, now celebrating 25 years of HVAC, electrical, and high-scale development excellence right here in the Valley. But Salcedo is more than business. They actively back over 70 regional schools, nonprofits, and teams. From global philanthropy to the home turf, Salcedo is proud to be locally grown and dedicated to our community. Thank you for investing in our valley. Salcedo Group of Companies.
NCW.news is your source for accurate and intensely local news across North Central Washington. Part of Ward Media, an independent company committed to local journalism, NCW.news provides stories from our network-respected community newspapers. Stay informed with news from the Lake Chelan Mirror, Leavenworth Echo, Cashmere Valley Record, Quad City Herald, and Wenatchee Business Journal. With over 100 years recording the region's history, NCW.news and Ward Media keep communities engaged on the issues that matter most. Visit NCW.news for local news you can trust.
The 6'6" righty warming up for the Sox here, Felix Schleid, who, like me and Smith said, a perfect ERA, a 0 ERA, not a single run given up so far this season. Today is his fourth start, his second against the Lefties, and his second here at Paul Thomas Sr. Stating he is a returning AppleSox, however. And so far this season, 7 hits and 10 strikeouts with only 4 walks, so well above water there. I'm looking to continue his great season tonight.
Absolutely. Let's look at the starting lineup for the Lefties today. A bit of a different starting order than they had last night. In the leadoff spot in left field, it's Will Feltis. Batting second, the DH tonight, Garrett Patterson. Batting third in right field, Tama Holden. Batting fourth behind the plate, catching balls and strikes, it's Caden Young. Batting fifth at third base, it's Jed Stange Traeger. Batting sixth at first base, it's Noah Batanko. Batting seventh in straightaway center field, it's Sam Matisic. Batting eighth at shortstop, it's George Smith. And batting ninth at second base, it's Wyatt Moeller. Again, like we said, Felix Schleid on the mound for the AppleSox. Looking at the Sox starting lineup, in the leadoff spot, as always, Zach Doyle in straightaway center field. Batting second, it's Aiden Lopez, the DH tonight. Batting third, your beer batter, Ryder Young in left field. Batting fourth, the first baseman, Landon White. Batting fifth, behind the plate, Kanoa Morisaki. Batting sixth, out in right field, Noah Fields, making his season debut for the Sox here this year. Batting seventh at third base, James Castanola. Batting eighth over at second, Gage Wareham, making a rare start for him. And batting in the 9-hole over at short, it's Bryce Hampton. And on the mound, like we said before, Brady Sprague. So going to be a very interesting matchup here tonight. Ideally, the Sox able to get a fire lit underneath them.
Yeah, fire indeed. It's a hot one here. Temperatures, just shy of 100. And, of course, lots of fires going around. It's a bit of a haze. Can barely see East Wenatchee and Fancher Heights. Can't really see the Columbia River where it's, snakes down and heads towards the land. It's just blocked by the smoke there. But the AppleSox playing through it today. Felix Schleid going to face his first batter in Will Feltis. The righty peers in, gets the sign. And the first pitch from Schleid is a fastball that runs inside, ball one, and we're underway at 6:35, right on time. Feltis bats .269 with 14 hits. Looking to get the inning started for the Lefties. The 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt, ball 2. Just missing a bit inside with that there, going to level out. Of course, with this mound over here at Paul Thomas, you really finish through your pitches, and Schleid's doing that here. 2-0 offering. Fastball dot on the outer half for strike one. Just liking that fastball today. Trying to get ahead early here on Feltis. 2-1 pitch. Schleid kicks and deals. Fastball. Just high, ball 3.
Yeah, Schleid's been sitting about 90, 89 with the fastball at the moment, so pretty good velocity from him. You saw the same thing from Pelsman yesterday, but that was from the left side, so 90 from the left side is pretty impressive.
Brief pause, and the kick in the pitch. Feltis swings and chops over second base. Wareham fires to first for out number 1 here in the first inning.
As we said before, Wareham getting the start today at second base. I haven't seen him a whole lot, mainly in pinch hit spots. So now getting a bit of a rare start for him. Got Landon White at first, Gage Wareham at second, Bryce Hampton at short, James Castanola at third.
And here's the DH Patterson, who was catching last night. Now gets a day off, can rest his knees. The first pitch from Felix Schleet on the way. Patterson takes the breaking ball off the plate for ball one. Especially with how hot it is. As a catcher, I can't imagine how you're feeling with all the gear. Gotta be sweating buckets there. Schleet reaches back and deals. Next offering, line to the left center field. Doyle ranging towards it, but it gets past him. Extra bases guaranteed for Patterson. Rounds first, digs for second. He takes a turn towards third, but decides to chop up and stays over at second base. A 2-out double to start off here for the Lefties.
He smoked that ball to the left center gap with some carry, too. I mean, it had the backspin on it, but when it hit the ground, just got some legs and rolled all the way to the warning track. You got both Doyle and Young converging on it. They get it in as quick as they can, and that's why you're able to hold Patterson at second. I mean, he's a catcher. He's not going to be the speediest guy, but you got to make sure you hold him at second base. Still in scoring position with one away here in the first, and again, still scoreless. This game just got underway.
And here's Toma Holden, the right fielder. The runner in scoring position and 1 out. Scoreless so far here in the first. First pitch from Schleet is a breaking ball buried in the dirt for ball one. Holden yesterday led it off when 0 for 3. Pair of groundouts, a strikeout looking, and a walk in the first. Schleet looks over at second, fires towards the plate. The 1-0. Outside, ball two.
We're talking about Thoma's name yesterday, and apparently it's a variant of the biblical name Thomas, and it means twin.
That's nice. That's cool. 2 balls, no strikes. Schleet's offering to Holden. Buried in the dirt, kicks away from Morisaki. Good block to get back to it, and the count's 3-0.
And his first name spelled Thoma. No S. If you add an S on the end, it would be Thomas. But, you know, an interesting spelling of it.
Runner over at second base, and Garrett Patterson with a 1-out double for him. And the 3-0 pitch from Schleet. Holden takes it for ball 4, and a 4-pitch walk awarded by Felix Schleet here in the first.
Yes, I remember doing my prep, and I was like, Thoma Holden. I'm like, sure, it's Thomas. And then I kept looking, kept doing research, and I realized, no, it's Thoma. Just a bit of just an odd first name.
Yeah, and here's Cade Young now. He's got runners over at first and second base. And he's got 1 out on top of that as well. Looking to open up this ball game here. The Sox got the lead yesterday with 1 run in the bottom of the second. First pitch to Young. Breaking ball, outside ball 1. Really easy take there. Patterson with a double and then a walk to Holden. They only had 5 hits yesterday, left 6 men on base. The 1-0. Fastball at the knees for strike 1. Still scoreless so far. Lefties hoping to open it up. They've not won a single game against the Sox this season. Were swept in Port Angeles earlier this summer. The 1-1. Fastball, low, ball 2. Schleet just struggling to find the zone so far. It was an easy ground out to Feltus, but that was on a 3-1 count. Was only out of this first. Here's the 2-1. Young checks swing, he goes around just enough, and the count's now even at 2s.
Yeah, Schleet really taking his time with his delivery. He'll come set and pause for a long time. You know, mixing up the timing a little bit, but just being very patient.
And Pearson comes set at the chest, takes a breath, looks over at second, lifts his leg and deals. The 2-2 pitch fans him. Slider gets him fishing, and there's the second out here in the first.
And great chase pitch there from Schleid. 77 miles an hour. Slowed him down. Just made him look silly.
Jed Stange Traeger went 1 for 3 yesterday in his Lefties debut. Schleid set, kicks and deals. First offering's in the dirt for a ball.
And here's another name that looks like it's just missing a letter. Stange. S-T-A-N-G-E. You add an R in front of the A, you get Strange. But no, it's Stange.
1-0 pitch from Schleid on the way. Traeger skips it over to shortstop. Hampton on the candy hop, takes it towards the forced at second base. Hampton catches it chest high for out number 3. And the Lefties are retired. They leave 2 men on base after a fielder's choice here for Traeger. They pick up 1 hit. There's no runs and no errors. Scoreless as we head to the AppleSox's bats here in the first on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Your teenage years are full of unknowns. Your bank shouldn't be one of them. With People's Bank Teen Access Checking, account holders can build healthy money habits while learning to manage their spending. There are no monthly service charges, no balance requirements, and if the parent or guardian has an existing People's Bank account, adding Teen Access takes less than 10 minutes. You know your teen, we know banking. Teen Access Checking from People's Bank. Easy for them, easier for you. Member FDIC.
Hi folks, Kelly Herschel from Valley Tractor and Rentals, your one-stop Kubota shop. Kubota and Valley Tractor is keeping it simple. You want the best-selling compact tractor? Buy a Kubota. You want the best-selling compact excavator? Buy a Kubota. You want the best-selling compact skid steer? Buy a Kubota. You want the best-selling diesel zero-turn mower? Buy a Kubota. You want the best? Buy a Kubota. Kubota and Valley Tractor since 1948, Baker Flats, East Wenatchee.
Get drawn for Raceway Riches at 12 Tribes Casinos, and your horse will be a guaranteed winner. One lucky guest will be drawn every hour from 5 to 10 p.m. to watch their horse barrel down our Clinco Hill to win up to $5,000 every Friday and Saturday in July and August. Then on August 29th, get drawn for the finale to share in a total of $55,000 at 12 Tribes Omac Casino Hotel, Lake Chelan Casino, and Coulee Dam Casino. 12 Tribes Casinos. Far from the ordinary, close to the adventure. Gambling problem? Please play responsibly. Call 1-800-522-4700.
Scoreless here in the first, and it's time for the AppleSox's bat. Smith, what do you got for us?
And leadoff spot, Zach Doyle, as it has been for the last few games. Then it's Aiden Lopez batting second, batting third, Ryder Young, batting fourth, Landon White, batting fifth, Kanoa Morisaki, batting sixth, it's Noah Fields making his first appearance of the summer, batting seventh, James Castanola, batting eighth, it's Gage Wareham, and rounding it all out, Bryce Hampton in the 9-hole.
Yeah, Noah Fields, the AppleSox last summer was a first-half guy. Good to see him back this summer. As the first pitch to Zach Doyle from Sprague on the way. He lifts his leg and fires, and Doyle slaps it foul towards the concession stand for strike 1.
And Zach Doyle has just been great with the Sox thus far. In the few games, the 13 games that he's played, he's batting .455.
The 0-1 offering. Doyle skips it foul past the catcher Young, and the count's now 0-2.
And last night he was able to get on base, and that extended his on base streak to 13 games, which again is how many games he's played as an AppleSox.
0-2 pitch. Doyle steps out the box. I think he wanted a time call there. They do call it a ball. It's not a no pitch, and it's a 1-2 count. Bit of commotion there. The 1-2 offering to Doyle. Chopped foul to the first base line. First base coach, seeing Sagdahl able to glove it. And the count stays at 1-2.
Yeah, Sprague's working really fast. Well, quick pitching, basically. I think Doyle might have been arguing that he didn't give him time to get in the box.
At 2 different pitching styles here. Schleid and Sprague, the 1-2. Slider off the plate, ball 2, close take there, and the count's even to 2s.
Yeah, we saw Schleid taking his sweet time with a lot of those pitches, and now Sprague moving quickly.
A 2-2 pitch from Sprague. Doyle takes it off the plate, ball 3. This count is full.
It's a bit of a broadcaster's nightmare, really. Have a pitcher who pitches really fast. Because you want to be able to say stuff, and then they just cut you off, you know?
3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Still scoreless here in the bottom of the first. Payoff pitch. Doyle pops it up. Third base side. Traeger moving in, called off by the catcher Young, but it skips out of play towards the stands. And they can remain 3-2.
I don't know how I feel about the Lefties jerseys today. They got blue torsos, bright orange sleeves, and the gray pants.
Here comes the payoff pitch. Doyle swings through it, strike 3. And that delivers the first strikeout and the first out here in the first for Sprague.
And top shelf heater at 84 miles an hour. So a bit of a drop off from Schleid, who's pumping 90 with the fastball, and then you drop down to 84 for Sprague. So not a lot of flamethrowers for the lefties.
Here's Aiden Lopez, DHing today for the Sox, can play right field as well. The first pitch from Sprague on the way. Lopez takes a breaking ball in the dirt, ball 1. And Lopez was involved in a reel today that was filmed. It was, you can send a picture of this, and the picture is one of them as a little kid. And here's the 1-0. It skips the other way towards shortstop. Smith on the run. Sidearm throw in time for out number 2.
Hey, you were victim to this reel as well today.
I was. They found a picture of me on the 4th of July with an Uncle Sam hat on, and I joked with them. There is way worse pictures they could have found of me as a child, and I am happy with the one they picked right there. I didn't see Lopez's reaction, but head coach Mitch Starlington's was the funniest. Ryder Young takes the first pitch outside, ball 1, and we were there in the umpiring room, and we gave it to Mitch, and he's like, yeah, I'm not signing that. He's like, that needs to be burned. It was a senior picture of him. 1-0 pitch. Young swings through it for strike 1. A senior football picture of him. Of course, all of them do that in the fall season and post that. And they found head coach Mitch Starlington's. I don't think he was a huge fan to see that one again. 1-1. Slider. Upstairs, ball 2.
And it's funny, he looks exactly the same. Hasn't changed at all. Has not aged a day.
Now it's just a little bit of a beard and a mustache.
Yeah,
Only
exactly.
difference there. Sprague kicks and deals. The 2-1 pitch lines past the glove of Smith over at shortstop. It'll trickle into left. A 2-out knock for Ryder Young keeps the inning alive. And that's also beer for the AppleSox faithful.
And the crowd loves it. The beer batter Ryder Young getting it done. 2 outs. Line drive the opposite way. Pulling the ball to left field. It's a quab.
It's the cleanup spot. Landon White leads the team in hits and tied for first with doubles. He's got 7 this season. An all-star selection for the Sox. He's got 2 outs and a man over at first. Scoreless here. Sprague kicks and deals. First pitch grounded towards the AppleSox dugout. James Castanola able to snag it over the railing. The count's 0-1.
And White got the start in the All-Star game for the North Division at first base. But of course went hitless. Him and Rafael Dunn were the 2 starters who didn't pick up any hits.
The 0-1 from Sprague. Ripped hard on the left field line towards the AppleSox bullpen and onto the grassy bank on that side pass there. Got all of that ball just a touch early on it.
And that left field berm out there during 4th of July, July 3rd, July 4th, that weekend for the Sox, that berm was packed with people. And if he'd hit that during that series, he probably would have knocked someone's teeth out.
So you always bring your glove.
Yeah.
Sprague set from the belt. Lifts his leg and fires. The 0-2 fouled into the chest guard of Young. He stays alive. Sprague already with 1 strikeout today. Was able to pick up a strikeout swinging on Zach Doyle. Looking at the same thing here on Landon White to close out the first. Time called here by home plate J.T. Rentschler. Gives White a chance to step out the box and gather his thoughts. It's great to do with an 0-2 count and 2 outs, man over at first. Really just collect yourself. See what he can do here. The 0-2 pitch. Well outside for ball 1. No doubt about that one there. It was into the lefty's batter's box. Infield back, looking to go the easy way here. Keep the ball in the infield. The 1-2 pitch. Inside, skips away from Young. but also Young over at first decides to stay over, and they're going to keep a runner not in scoring position.
It's been a good job here from Young and now White of bumping up the pitch count for Sprague. You got a quick pair of outs, and now you're forcing him to sweat a little bit here in the first.
Count even to 2s. The pitch. Fastball, low, ball 3. Really good take.
Yeah, White showing off the discipline. And he's got 17 walks so far this year, and he's hunting number 18 right here.
Of course, the leader in walks for the Sox this season, Kainoa Santiago. Payoff pitch, runner goes, but he rings him up on a fastball in the outer half, and that'll be the side. 2 strikeouts for Sprague to start off his outing, and the Sox leave 1 man on after 1 hit, no errors, and no runs scoreless as we head to the second here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Foster parents provide the safety, love, and nurturing every child deserves. Many kids are just looking for someone to talk to have fun with, to share their life with. Interested in being a foster parent? Call K Connections at 888-2006. That's 888-2006. K Connections, enhancing the lives of those they serve at 2121 North Wenatchee Avenue.
The Loop Trail Cafe wish the AppleSox the best of success this season. Locally owned, the Loop Trail Cafe has a great menu for breakfast and lunch. Start your morning off with the local famous zombie or breakfast burrito and a cup of coffee or tea. During the hot summer, you'll find ice cream cones. Get a scoop on the Loop. The Loop Trail Cafe, across from the splash pad in the Riverfront Center building at 1 5th Street, Suite 160 in Wenatchee.
Slide into summer fun at Slidewaters Lake Chelan, your one-stop vacation paradise with 11 fun-filled water slides. Cruise down the downhill racer, bolt down their 2 classic Thunder Rapids with just you on your tube or a party up to 4. Plunge down the completely enclosed Purple Haze or float down the lazy river. Slidewaters Lake Chelan for all the fun adventures. Go to slidewaters.com.
Buddy's Home Furnishing has furniture, home electronics, appliances, and computers to suit any home. Whether you're looking for sleek and modern or classic and cozy, Buddy's has furniture for every room that we know you'll love. With our flexible payment options and free delivery and setup, you'll be glad you went with Buddy's. So right now, it's scoreless here in the top of the second. Felix Schleet on the bump as the Sox left 1 man on over at first off a hit by a Ryder Young there and 2 strikeouts for the starter for the Lefties, Brady Sprague, in that inning. Felix Schleet going to be facing Noah Patenko, Sam Matisich, and George Smith as guaranteed batters in the second. Schleet peers in and gets the sign from Morisaki. With Patenko crowding the plate. The first offering. Fastball buried in dirt, ball 1.
Yeah, Patenko, he's aspiring to be a firefighter after baseball, after college. He can make a killing right now. A couple of fires going on here in the Pacific Northwest.
Schleet, long pause here. And the 1-0. Deflected foul into the screen, and the count's 1-1. And, you know, Brooks Pinsky, a pitcher for the Sox, studies fire science over at Spokane Falls Community College, and last year was a wildland firefighter before being called to the Sox in the late second half of that season. Here's the 1-1 from Schleet. Patenko swings through the fastball, accounts 1-2. You have 2 different paces here. You got Sprague, who really quick pitching, and Schleet taking his time here on the offerings. Looking for his second strikeout of the outing. The 1-2 pitch on the way. Chopped foul towards the screen, and he'll stay alive with the 1-2 count.
Yeah, late decision swing there from Patenko. Just realized that, hey, I got to get a piece of the timber on this. And he does. Fouls it off. Just gets him second life.
Yeah, you always want to be in charge of the count, not the umpire. The 1-2 from Schleet. Patenko chases the high fastball, strike 3, and 2 strikeouts for Felix Schleet today.
Yeah, 89 miles an hour upstairs. There's not a lot you can do with it. That's a good swing and miss pitch from Schlee. Just muscle it past him, straight by him. And now you got one out for Masich.
Yeah, Sam Manasich, the lefty center fielder, made a couple appearances in the AppleSox first series in Port Angeles. Schlade Pearson gets the sign from Saki. And the first offering. Outer half fastball, caught, strike, perfectly painted.
A message out of Missoula, Montana. You want to talk about wildfires. Missoula has just an insane amount of wildfires, that area of western Montana.
The 0-1. Manasich chases the inner half fastball and the count's 0-2.
Actually, he's been liking the fastball early on this outing.
I haven't seen much off speed from him so far. Maybe a changeup and a slider here and there, but mostly just the fastball. Here's the 0-2, looking for 3 strikeouts in 2 in a row. Schlade kicks and deals, and it's clipped foul into the backstop. The count stays 0-2.
That's funny, Masich from Missoula, and currently going to Centralia College here in Washington. So, making the cross, 2 states over to go play college ball.
Schlade set at the chest. Takes a pause. And the breath in the pitch. Slider. High, ball 1.
I just didn't pull the string on it enough. Not enough drop, spin to get it into the zone.
I like that pitch, though. Like you said, Smith, it's just not the right location for it. But now you can tunnel off that, maybe go to a high fastball with it. Might have been the whole cause of why he threw it there. 1-2 pitch from Schlade. Fastball well outside, ball 2.
If you're wondering what that phrase tunneling means, tunneling is basically where pitchers will throw pitches that start basically in the same locations, and then, a breaking ball will veer off of that location. But they start in the same tunnel, basically, the same slots.
And it just messes with the hitter's eyes. Of course, you have just about a second in the human eye to categorize the pitch and the location as the 2-2 flied out to center. Doyle, ranging towards his right, strolls underneath it and holds it in for the second out.
And I don't care what anyone says, hitting a baseball is the hardest thing to do in any sports. Just in terms of how much time you have to react, how quick that ball gets on you, and then making the decision to swing, and then putting a good swing on it. All the moving parts in it make it just the hardest thing to do in athletics.
Yeah. 375 to 450 milliseconds for MLB batters to react to an average 95-mile-an-hour fastball. First pitch to George Smith. He flares it out to shallow right field. Fields working in foul territory, but he can't glove it. The count's 0-1. And now you think of guys like Mason Miller, guys who are throwing just above 100. How are they even able to catch up to that?
I got to see Mason Miller in person earlier this summer. Went to a Mariners game against the Padres. We lost, of course, because that's the Mariners. And Mason Miller came in to close out the game. And he started out some of the guys with, I believe it was like 95, 96 mile-an-hour sliders.
The 0-1 offering from Schlade. Well outside, ball 1. And, another thing, too, for context, the average human eye blink takes about 300 to 400 milliseconds. And the reaction time on a 95-mile-an-hour fastball is at most 450 milliseconds. So, honestly, blink and you'll miss it type of thing. The 1-1 swing and a missed fastball inside, and the count's 1-2. Batters have to recognize the spin, speed, and trajectory of the ball, determine what pitch it is, decide whether to swing or not, and then finally actually swing the bat to try and make contact. So, a lot to do there. A lot to do in little time. The 1-2. Fastball inside and low. The count's even at 2s. Schlade looking for a 1-2-3 inning here in the second. We're scoreless so far. Takes a breath and a pause. The 2-2 pitch from Felix Schlade. Popped up out of play, ranging towards the basketball courts here at Wenatchee Valley College. and the count stays at 2-2. Not your ideal day for baseball, but hazy out. Air quality around 120. Of course, temperature is just below 100. The 2-2 pitch, shot off the hands of a one-hopper over to Wareham at second base. Steps back, fires the first, and delivers with the final out of the second. A 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no man left on base. Still scoreless as we head to the AppleSox at bats here in the bottom of the second on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Your official radio station for the Wenatchee AppleSox is Sunny FM, KCSY Twist, the greatest hits of all time.
I have come to the conclusion that one useless man is called a disgrace, that two are called a law firm, and that three or more become a Congress. And by God, I have had this Congress.
250 years ago, the spark was lit, and a new America was forged in the flames. From the Numerica Performing Arts Center and Jamie Donegan Productions, Hot August Nights features Tony Award-winning musical 1776. July 31st through August 15th at the Numerica Pack. Tickets for 1776 now on sale at numericapack.org.
Mission Ridge, proud sponsor of AppleSox Baseball, says, let's go, Sox. Hope you're enjoying the game. Head up to the Chair 5 Pub at Mission Ridge. Open Fridays through Sundays all summer long. It's your spot for great food, local drinks, and unbeatable mountain views high above the valley. Whether you're wrapping up a day on the trails, looking to cool off from the summer heat, or just want a relaxed place to hang out with friends and family, the Chair 5 Pub delivers. Keep the good times rolling after the final inning. Visit missionridge.com to learn more.
Wenatchee businesses, step up to the plate. Firefly is your hometown MVP for managed IT and cybersecurity, protecting your time and tech since 1992. For a limited time, Firefly is offering a free vulnerability scan to help pinpoint the gaps in your security and bring clarity to your risks before they turn into errors on the scoreboard. Call 509-663-TECH today to secure your scan and stop the bad guys from stealing home.
Scoreless in the bottom of the second here, Paul Thomas, Jackson, Dodd Smith, glad to have you on this Wednesday afternoon as Kano Morisaki leads it off for the Sox here. Looking to get something rolling. Sprague Pearson gets the sign from the windup. Glove at his face, kicks and deals. The first pitch, just high, ball one. Saki bats .259, the switch hitter. Has 15 hits, a double, triple, and 2 homers. Both those home runs coming against the Nanaimo Night Owls in one game. The 1-0 pitch. Clips top rung. Absolutely painted there by Sprague, moving the count to 1-1.
And Morisaki in his last 5 starts, he's batting .250. He's a guy who doesn't play every single day, but when he plays, he's consistently great.
Sprague lifts his leg and deals. Swing and a miss there by Saki on the breaking ball. And the count's 1-2.
Yeah, he's been consistent this year, and he's been consistent in the past 3 years, basically. He's played with the Sox in 2024, 2025, now in 2026. And he's been great all 3 years.
1-2, pitch on the way, well outside, ball 2.
He batted .239 in 2024, batted .225 in 2025. So consistently, low to mid 200s.
Sprague looking for a strikeout. Saki deflects it foul, skips it towards the backstop, and the count stays at 2s.
He's also got 2 of the 25 home runs for the AppleSox this year, both which came against Nanaimo in Nanaimo.
Sprague from the windup fires the 2-2. Taken high, ball 3, counts full.
And Nanaimo could be the team that the Sox play round 1 of the playoffs. Them or Edmonton. They're kind of both fighting for that 4th place spot, 4th seed in the playoffs, and that's who the Sox will end up playing.
Payoff pitch. Saki skips on the first base line, foul. The count stays full. Yeah, of course, so the AppleSox first place in the postseason. So game 1 of the division series, the Sox will go to wherever they need to, whoever the 4th seed is. And game 2 hosted at Paul Thomas in game 3, if needed also here in Wenatchee. 3-2 pitch to Saki. He cues it towards Sprague over on the mound. He fires over to first for the first out.
Yeah, if you're the Sox, you're really hoping that it's not Edmonton who's that 4th seed. Because if you end up having to go travel to Edmonton and then come back
on the same day,
that's going to be brutal. Isn't even the right word for it.
Yeah, you got to wonder when that game time would be. Real early in the day. Here's Noah Fields, first game back in an AppleSox uniform. The first pitch is well high, ball 1. Shields with the AppleSox last summer was a first half guy. Now he's back this year, the 1-0 pitch. Slider inside the head, the count's 2-0.
And Fields has ping-ponged around the West Coast League a little bit. Started with Cowlitz, the Black Bears, in 2023. Was with Victoria in 2024, and then Wenatchee last summer, and with them now here again.
Was signed during the season, the 2-0 pitch. Another slider clips his Evo Shield on his left elbow, and the AppleSox have a runner on with 1 out.
And he was incredibly impressive with the Sox last year. I mean, 26 games played, like you said, in the first half. 293 his average. He had a home run, 1 triple, 4 doubles, 29 hits in total. So, very consistent, very productive bats.
He picked up one of the first and one of the only homers for the Sox last summer. They weren't a very big power-hitting team last year. James Castanola flies this next pitch out to right field, holding out the warning track, squeezes it for out number 2. Field has to trot it back over to first.
That's one of those ones where you got to keep an eye on it. With the wind blowing, it could have just pushed it over the right field fence, but ballpark holds it for holding out and right.
Not a lot of wind today. Of course, we'd love to have some of that. But just a slight breeze blowing out to center today. Here's Gage Wareham. He's 0 for 14. He has 3 RBIs, a couple of those off walks and hit by pitches. His first offering is a fastball center cut around the knees for strike 1.
You know, we can finally read the winds now here at Paul Thomas because we have an American flag back.
We do. It's nice to see her back. The 0-1. Outside, and the count moves to 1 ball and 1 strike.
And we lost the American flag a little bit ago. It got ripped and then got snagged on the flagpole. And now, today, we've replaced it. So, brand new set of stars and stripes.
The 1-1. Wareham rips this right center field. That'll be extra bases. Fields gets the wave around third. He's going to score. Wareham stops up short over at second. The Sox open up the ball game with an RBI double by Gage Wareham. They lead 1-0.
No better way to get your first hit as an AppleSox. Wareham was hitless going into today's game. Gets an RBI double. His first hit, his first extra base hit, and his 4th RBI of the season.
He did, to be fair, had a couple of hits in the Dub C series. But, of course, it is non-league, so that does not count on his record at all. Here's Bryce Hampton. Sprague checks over to second base. Moeller just around the area of the bag, just receives the throw, playing some catch there. Hansen with 2 outs and a man over at second with a 1-0 Sox lead. They picked up their 1 run yesterday.
In the second, they had another later in that ball game in the 5th inning. Hansen swings to the slider for strike 1. Hampton bats 156 with 5 hits, 5 RBIs, and 2 walks this season. Came in for the Port Angeles series just a couple of weeks ago. The 0-1 from Sprague. Skipped over to third. Traeger on a jump half to glove it. The throw is in time for out number 3, and that will be the side. The Sox pick up 1 run after an RBI double by Gage Wareham, his first regular season hit of the summer. And the Sox lead 1-0. They open up the ball game finally as we head to the 3rd on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Getting bored with the white walls in your house? Let Exterior Solutions and Alexandria Moldings brighten up your interior. Available in various sizes, Alexandria Moldings lends to great project ideas. Use them to build up beautiful moldings, design wall and ceiling panels, and practical shelves. They can also revive your staircases to their natural shine. Exterior Solutions can help you find just what you need. Alexandria Moldings at Exterior Solutions, 150 First Street Southeast in East Wenatchee.
The Taffy Shop in Leavenworth wished the AppleSox the best on the field this season. Locally owned since 1987, the Taffy Shop has more than 100 flavors of wonderful tasting taffy. Watch the unique taffy puller demonstration as you pick out that special flavor. The Taffy Shop has nostalgic metal signs and posters, candies from the 40s and 50s, and many collectible tins. Circle the bases with a trip to the Taffy Shop in the Mottler Building at 900 Front Street in Leavenworth.
Jeff is back from the Country Inn Family Restaurant. You have prime rib on Friday and Saturday.
Always Friday and Saturday. He's tired of barbecuing. Come on out and let me do the cooking. We got slow roasted prime rib served up Friday and Saturday night. I start serving it around 3:30, 4 o'clock until we run out.
And remember, if you're hungry like me, early in the morning, guess who's open up for breakfast 7 days a week?
Down here at the Country Inn.
Off Valley Mall Parkway in East Wenatchee, the Country Inn Family Restaurant. How long have you been in business?
Going on over 40 years, since 1975.
Thanks, Jeff.
Hey, Dave, you take care.
Chihiro Sato coming in relief for Felix Schleid after his day's done. 2 scoreless innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. And for the play-by-play, here's Smith Sly.
Thank you, Jackson. Like you said, Chihiro Sato, the kid from Tokyo, Japan, on the mound now for the AppleSox, making his 4th cameo of the summer. And he's got a 9 ERA on the dots coming into this outing. And, of course, facing off against the 9-hole Wyatt Moeller to start his outing in relief. Sato, the right-hander, from the windup, gets his signs. Now winds and delivers to Moeller. And he goes after it, hits it hard on the ground to Castanola at third, but right at him as he throws to first, gets the out. 1 pitch, 1 away here in the third.
A beautiful candy hop as well as it hits the lip over at third. And the lip over at third base is fairly nice. The one over at first a bit rough.
And calls up Will Feltis, finding the leadoff spot for the Lefties today. Lineup card flips over. And Feltis out of Tumwater, Washington. Short walk away from the state's capital. And the pitch to him. And it runs inside, right past his kneecaps. He bends out of the way. That's ball 1.
You ever been to Olympia?
I've not been to Olympia. I think I've been, driven past it, basically, but I haven't stopped by, basically.
Me neither.
1-0 pitch to Feltis. And just floats outside for another ball. 2-0 the count. And Sato from Edmonds Community College, where assistant coach Ian Sagdahl coaches during the spring. And now the pitch to Feltis. And this one tickles the outside edge for strike 1. And Sato, changing sides in the West Coast League this year, was with Bellingham last summer, now with the Sox, their arch nemesis. 2-1 offering to Feltis. And he just hacks at this one and yanks it foul right at the Lefties' dugout. They kind of duck for cover, and the count evens.
Yeah, it's funny. I was writing my postgame article one day on the bus coming back from Victoria, actually, and I asked head coach Mitch Darlington, would you classify Bellingham as your rival?
2-2 pitch to Feltis. Inside, right past the belt buckle, and that fills the count.
And he's like, yeah, I would say so. And, right after him, pitching coach Quincy Vassar is like, no, not at all. We don't have rivals. We're in a league of our own. So I like the confidence there.
Full count on Feltis with 1 away here in the third. Sox up by 1. Payoff pitch from Sato. Feltis, a defensive swing, lifts it in the air right up the middle into shallow center, and it's Hampton at short who ranges over and makes the catch over his shoulder.
That looks like an easy play, but man, that is not at all. An over-the-shoulder catch working all the way into shallow center field from, of course, the just normal shortstop position, really showing his legs and great eye coordination to haul it in.
Well, now it's Garrett Patterson, who has the lone hit for the Lefties today. A 1-out double back in the first. Of course, was stranded, though, as Sato delivers to him. And that pitch, bit high, bit tight. That's ball 1. Patterson, apparently his favorite movie is The Godfather. 1-0 count on him with 2 outs. The pitch from Sato. And he chops this to third. Castanola has to give it some ground, but spins and throws to first. There's the out, and that's the side retired. So another 3-up, 3-down inning here for the Sox. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base, and the Sox still lead 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the third on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Hey, get the goat off the AC vent. This time of year, we are right there with the goat, hanging out and trying to stay cool.
Folks can start quotes on our website, WenatcheeInsurance.com.
And you can schedule an in-person video or phone appointment.
No one should have to sweat about insurance.
We are a locally owned independent agency, so we can walk people through a variety of options.
Make sure you're covered, maybe even save some money.
So give us a call or text today, 509-295-9055.
And then get back to the AC with the goat.
At Banner Bank, cheering on the AppleSox is just one more way they show their appreciation for the Wenatchee Valley. When it comes to your finances, it's all about how they can help you move forward with truly personal service, smart financial solutions, and being the local expert by your side when it matters most. In fact, Banner Bank has been named one of the 100 best banks in America by Forbes for 10 straight years and one of Newsweek's best regional banks again this year. Stop by your local Wenatchee branch or visit bannerbank.com. Banner Bank member FDIC.
Batter up for a big milestone. A proud sponsor of today's game, the Salcedo Group of Companies, is celebrating 25 years of trusted HVAC, electrical, and development work in our valley. Beyond their expertise, Salcedo is hitting it out of the park with philanthropy, generously supporting over 70 nonprofits, churches, and schools across Chelan, Douglas, and Grant counties. They're proud to be locally grown and committed to keeping our valley a great place to call home. Thank you, Salcedo Group of Companies.
Top of the order here for the AppleSox. Sprague still on the mound. His first pitch to Zach Doyle is skied a mile high in the infields. And both Smith and Moeller up the middle converge. They have a discussion, and it's Smith who makes the catch for out number one.
You can't do that. You know, first pitch, you got to really see some pitches, lay off some, spoil some off, and find the right one. Swinging that first pitch and then popping up for an easy out is not how you want to start off an inning, especially when you're up. Yes, 1-0 you lead, but that's not a lot.
And drags up Aiden Lopez now. 0 for 1 today. First pitch to him. And he takes that upstairs, ball one. And Sato came in relief there in the top of the third inning in place of Schleid and had a 3-up, 3-down inning to start his day. And the 1-0 pitch to Lopez downstairs this time. 2 balls, no strikes. Now Lopez came to the team fairly recently, already batting .294 in his 2-0 offering. And it runs inside, just eludes the inside edge. And that's going to be 3 balls, no strikes on Lopez.
Is Brock fairly effective so far in the outing? Of course, 1 run last inning.
3-0 pitch to Lopez. And this one cuts the inside corner for a strike. 3-1 the count.
But he does a pretty good job of handling the AppleSox and keeping any damage to a minimum.
Good count here for Lopez. Sprague working quickly. The offering is skipped in the turf, ball 4, and that's going to put a runner on for the Sox with 1 out here in the bottom of the third.
An easy take there, and not much to think about there.
Your beer batter, number 13, Ryder Young.
That's the low rider, Ryder Young, and your beer batter today. He picked up a single in the first with 2 outs to knock $1 off everyone's beer here tonight. And the first pitch to him. And he spits on it outside, and it gets away from Young. Lopez was watching that, sees it get to the backstop, and swipes second base.
Sees the ball down, and man just gets on his high horse, digs for second. The Sox now the runner in scoring position, looking to add some more cushion.
Ryder Young looking for a multi-hit game. Would be his first multi-hit game of the season. And a pitch to him. Ran inside, hits him right between the numbers. He chucks the bat, takes off the Evo shields, and now will make the trot up 90 feet.
Yeah, hung a slider there, totally lost control of it, and his grip sent it all the way to the lettering on Young's bat.
And that, of course, will prompt a visit from the Lefties pitching coach. And while he goes out to talk to Sprague, let's take a second and talk about the New America Performing Arts Center. 250 years ago, the spark was lit, and New America was forged in the flames. From the New America Performing Arts Center and Jamie Donegan Productions, Hot August Nights features Tony Award-winning Best Musical 1776, July 31st through August 15th at the New America Performing Arts Center. Tickets for 1776 now on sale at newamericapack.org. and the meeting running a little bit long. Let's also take a second to thank Colville Gaming. Embark on your next RV adventure at 12 Tribes Lake Chelan Casino. Full hookups, lakeside views, and gaming just steps away. Reserve your perfect spot today at Colville Lake 12 Tribes Colville Casinos. Far from the ordinary, close to the adventure. So the meeting finally wraps up. Landon White's now up to bat for the Sox with 1 out and 2 runners on. He got Lopez at second base and now Ryder Young at first. And Landon White's having quite the season with the Sox, batting .337. And his pitch from Sprague is a slider away. He spits on it for a ball.
Yeah, White, one of the best averages on the league. This guy has really heated up after the first couple of weeks he was here with Wenatchee in the first half.
8th in the WCL for average, 8th for on-base percentage as well. Pitch to him. And he takes the breaking ball. This one danced into the zone for a strike. Yeah, .337 average and a .444 on-base percentage for Whites. He has just been productive at the plates. His 1-1 pitch. Throws behind him. It just basically grazes the butt cheeks as it scoots Lopez into third and Young into second.
Yeah, it nearly hit him there. I'm surprised it didn't, actually. The Sox will take it now. Runners at second and third. Only 1 out. The power bat at the plate. Good combination.
Oh, it was just a bad miss from Sprague. Straight on a beeline to the backstop. And it's a 2-1 count now. 1 out, 2 runners on. Pitch to Landon White. He smokes this past the third baseman Schrader, who dove and couldn't smother it. Lopez is going to trot home. Young into third. Landon White gets the job done, and the Sox extend their lead.
Give White his 24th RBI on the season. Like you said, Smith, just some more cushion now. The Sox will take it, and now they're tied with the same amount of runs they had yesterday.
Yeah, they just barely eked out the win last night, 2-0. And now, still 2 runners on, only 1 out for Kanoa Morisaki, the switch-hitting catcher, who's catching balls and strikes tonight. Batting from the left side, going up against the right-hander, Sprague. His offering. Morisaki takes it, skipped right in front of the plate. Young behind the dish was able to keep it in front. 1 ball, no strikes.
Yeah, Kanoa's dad, Matty, came up and greeted us yesterday pregame and brought us some macadamia bars. My mom, a big fan of those, so she was munching on those last night, so thank you, Matty.
Runners on the corners for the Sox with an out. And the pitch to Morisaki. He shoots this off the end of the bat to short for Smith, who flips to second, throws to first. They got it. Inning-ending double play to sit down the Sox, but they are able to do some damage. They get 1 run off 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man stranded out on the base pass. They lead 2-0 now as we head to the 4th inning here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
What makes us so unique in the community is our pledge to generosity and excellence. At the heart of the Moeller family and our dedicated staff lies an unwavering dedication to the well-being of our community. We are proud of our role as a local family-owned funeral service provider. For us, it's not just about conducting funeral services, it's about extending a hand of compassion and support through life's most challenging moments. We stand ready to walk with you through these difficult times at your pace, caring for and supporting you each step of the way. Brookside Funeral Home, where compassion meets commitment.
Discover what Premier Senior Living is all about at Blossom Valley Assisted Living and Blossom Creek Memory Care in beautiful Wenatchee. Blossom Valley Assisted Living and Blossom Creek Memory Care communities provide seniors with a stress-free style of living that enhances the mind, body, and spirit. There's always so much going on, from shopping trips to gardening to fitness activities. Plus, you can enjoy peace of mind knowing that trained care staff are present 24/7. Schedule a private tour experience at Blossom Valley and Blossom Creek.
At Libke Insurance, your protection is our first priority. Hi, this is Jeff Rounds, President of Libke Insurance. Don't be fooled by gimmicks or cut-rate insurance. We offer real protection provided by real professionals. At Libke Insurance, we understand every person is unique, and that's why we work with numerous top companies to find the right coverage at the best price. That's value. That's Libke Insurance. Let us help you before you need it. Let's talk today.
Libke Insurance. Call 888-902-1800. Online at Libke.com.
People's Bank wants to help you buy your dream home. From buying the land to building the house, local lenders and local decisions. Welcome home. Welcome to People's Bank. Now the Sox extend their lead thanks to an RBI single from Landon White there in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
It's 2-0 here into the top of the fourth. Chihiro Sato still on the mound. Kid from Tokyo. As he winds and delivers to Holden. And he chops this up the middle to Hampton, who gloves it on the run, throws to first. One pitch, one out here in the fourth.
And Sato, very effective in his delivery, does not waste much time. Gets his sign and immediately just kicks and deals.
You know, Hampton's been very impressive for the Sox up the middle this year in the few games he's played, arriving recently. Getting his first few games started against Port Angeles. Now it's Caden Young getting the start today behind the plates. And the pitch from Sato, slider that slides well low and well outside. And Sato agrees on a sign, steps back, winds, and delivers. That is center cut for strike one. Young didn't even get the bat off his shoulder.
Sato very effective with Bellingham last year. Pitched against the Sox in the playoff series and came up on top.
1-1 count. The pitch to Young. And he grounds this right up the middle. It just gets over the bag at second. Wareham scoops it up, throws to first just in time for out number 2.
Wareham's doing a great job of just setting his feet, reaching back and firing, using his lower body to power his throw.
And while the bat for Wareham hasn't been red hot, the glove has been fairly golden for Wareham thus far this year.
For sure.
Great defensive second baseman.
No doubt.
Now 2 outs. It's Jed Staines Traeger starting today at third base. He DH'd last night. And now going to start in the field. First pitch to him. And the bender bent him out of the way, and it just missed the hair inside for a ball.
Yeah, first appearance yesterday with the Lefties, went 1 for 3 with a double.
1-0 count on him with 2 outs, no one on. Sato's pitch is tickling that inside edge for a strike. And 1-1 count. Traeger, blank canvas, 2 away here in the fourth. Sato's pitch. And he crushes this through the 5-hole into left field. That's a 2-out single for Traeger and the Lefties. A little bit of 2-out production.
Picked up some more speed to hit off the lip near shortstop and just catapulted farther into left.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 26, Noah Bentico.
Now 2 outs and a runner on. It's Noah Bentico. 0 for 1 today. Strikeout swing to start the second inning. That, of course, was one of the 2 punch-outs for Schleid, who had a pretty short outing today. Only 2 innings pitched. And, of course, Sato taking over for him back in the third. He continues the outing here into the fourth. 2 away, runner on. That's Traeger at first. And the pitch to Bentico. That just clips the top rung for a strike. 85 from the fastball from Sato.
And Sato, a crafty righty. Really good slider. Almost velocity on the fastball, but really does not need it.
0-1 pitch to Bentico. He shoots this down the third baseline, but Castanola dives and smothers it, sets his feet, makes the throw. There's the out. There's the inning. Wow, what a play from Castanola. Now the Sox able to fend off the Lefties with a highlight reel play from Castanola. They still lead 2-0, moving to the bottom of the fourth here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
NCW.News is your source for accurate and intensely local news across North Central Washington. Part of Ward Media, an independent company committed to local journalism, NCW.News provides stories from our network-respected community newspapers. Stay informed with news from the Lakeshore Mirror, Leavenworth Echo, Cashmere Valley Record, Quad City Herald, and Wenatchee Business Journal. With over 100 years recording the region's history, NCW.News and Ward Media keep communities engaged on the issues that matter most. Visit NCW.News for local news you can trust.
Hit a home run with LocalTel Communications. For over 40 years, we've been Central Washington's trusted telecom provider, delivering fast internet and reliable phone service. Whether you're streaming the big game, video chatting with loved ones, or running your business smoothly, LocalTel has you covered. Join the LocalTel family today and enjoy the best connectivity in the region. Visit us at localtel.com to learn more.
Summer starts with membership at the Rack. Pack your calendar with camp, rack, swim, and tennis lessons, summer swim team, indoor and outdoor pickleball, tennis tournaments, play programs, and so much more. It is so easy and fun for the whole family to stay active and fit all summer long when you join the Rack. Summer classes and camps are filling fast, so don't delay. Call the Rack today. That's Wenatchee Racket and Athletic Club, or use the Rack app for program registration. See all the details at rack.org or call 662-3544. The Rack, where we play every day.
A beautiful diving play from James Castanola. Took a hit away from Batanko to end the top of the fourth inning. Now to the bottom of the fourth. It's Noah Fields leading off for the Sox, and Sprague's first pitch to him. A changeup that falls into the zone for strike one.
Yeah, beautiful play there by Castanola. Dives down the third base line, just digs it out of the ground, and a great throw to Landon White right at his chest to finish it off.
Sprague, the windup in the pitch to Fields is inside. It just grazes his Evo shield, and that's an even count.
And then nearly hit again. He was hit on the elbow last time. Doesn't want it to happen again.
1-1 pitch on the way from Sprague. Ran way inside and shaves the stubble off his chin. And that's ball two.
Now Sprague starting to finish really far inside on these righty batters.
He's had a couple of misses way inside, one of which was behind the back of Landon White. Now a 2-1 offering to Fields. That's upstairs, ball three. A good count now for Fields, the redshirt junior from Lakewood, Washington. He was hit by a pitch back in the second, came around to score one of the 2 runs for the Sox here tonight. He's got a good count. Sprague's pitch. Upstairs, ball 4, and Fields reaches base for the second time tonight.
Yeah, both free passes, too. One the hard way and the other the easy way. And Fields just getting it all.
I say Shields there. It's a bit of a, I feel like deja vu when you say Noah Fields. We had Jonah Shields, was our starting center fielder for much of the first half, and has since left the team. Now it's James Castanola up to bat. Sprague, pitch to him. And he paints the outside corner for a strike. And Jonah was a fun guy to watch here for the Sox. Here, stolen base leader for a while, hit leader for a good amount, and has now moved on. He will be missed. A 1 pitch to Castanola. That's inside in the turf. Young has to pick it on the forehand and keep Fields at first base.
Yeah, really good dig there by Young. Impressive. Keep it in front of him. Doesn't want to let Fields get over to second.
And he's got a great lead there at first, slowly inching off the bag. 1-1 count on Castanola. Sprague's pitch. And he takes this one outside in the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike now.
Yeah, Young wanting to back pick over to first, but Fields able to get back over there in time.
And Castanola 0 for 1 today. Deep fly ball to right field, his last time up in the seconds. And Sprague checks to first. Now comes set from the stretch. Pitch to Castanola. And he takes this one right down the middle for a strike. And it's 2-0 here. Sox on top in the bottom of the fourth inning. Noah Fields at first base. Castanola at the plate, batting from the right side, facing off against the righty Sprague. Here's the pitch. That's outside, ball 3. It spits away from Young's glove, and Fields will slide into second base. He's safe. The throw down was high. And for the second straight time, Sox have another runner on second base.
That's why you have a backup man on the throw down. You always have a backup guy, because if not, that throw from Young would have trickled all the way to center field, and Fields would at least have third.
Now runner in scoring position now for the Sox. Fields at second base. Full count on Castanola. Sprague with his back against the wall. The payoff pitch, Castanola waves the bat at it, fends it off foul, and the count stays put.
Yeah, definitely a ball there, but good on Castanola to not leave the fate of this at-bat to the umpire.
Full count, no outs. Runner on second. Sox leading by 2. Trying to extend that lead. Pitch to Castanola. Low and away, ball 4. Back-to-back walks here in the fourth, and the Sox have 2 runners on.
Yeah, would not be surprised if we saw a new arm here for Lefties soon enough, and it reminds me of their series in Port Angeles where their arms just struggled with command, really had a tough time finding the zone.
And that will be the day for Sprague. Pitching coach comes out, makes the point down to the bullpen, and Sprague will finally take a seat. We'll meet the new face here when we come back. You're listening to AppleSox Baseball on the AppleSox Radio Network.
AppleSox fans, if a foul ball leaves a ding or dent in your car or truck, take it to Earhart's Collision and Automotive Service. Family owned, Earhart's Collision and Automotive Service will give you a free estimate and will handle all the paperwork. If you need auto repair, they can do that too, including checking the air conditioner, oil changes, tune-ups, diagnostics, and more. Earhart's Collision and Automotive Service.
Still at 1422 North Miller, Suite A in Wenatchee.
Chevy. We're gonna take a ride. We're going down to Easy's Burgers where the food is dynamite. Easy's Burgers. Easy's Burgers, oh yeah. Fast, friendly, and delicious. They really do it right. Serving up those burgers every day and every night. Big kids, little kids, mom and dad too. Easy's Burgers. Made fresh for you.
When you need prescriptions filled, visit Wenatchee Clinic Pharmacy. Locally owned and in business since 1945, Wenatchee Clinic Pharmacy is your friendly Health Mart pharmacy ready to serve you. They've made it their goal to meet the special health care needs of families throughout North Central Washington. Stop in or use their convenient drive-thru to get all your questions answered and prescriptions filled. Wenatchee Clinic Pharmacy, 509-662-5801 and at 820 North Chelan.
Are you ready to embark on a flavor-filled journey right in the heart of the Wenatchee Valley? Well, look no further than the Tap Room by Hellbent Brewing, where the vibrant energy of Pybus Market meets the delightful world of craft beer and gourmet cuisine. And you can close the book on Brady Sprague. He goes just 3 innings here in Game 2 of the series, allowing 3 hits, 3 walks, strikes out 2 batters, but does give up 2 runs as well. And now he gives way for Eddie Winkley, the right-hander, coming in relief for the Lefties. Facing off against Gage Wareham, first man he'll see in relief. Winkley making his 4th appearance of the season. All have been in relief. 13.50 ERA for him. Not most ideal season for him. And has a little miscommunication with Young behind the plate. They'll call time, and Young will go out to have a talk with Winkley before they've even thrown a pitch.
I think they have the wrong signs, trying to figure out and get everything dialed in, of course. You got to know what sign you're throwing one, or, you know, you call a fastball and you throw a curveball in the dirt. It'd be a little hard for the catcher there.
That's a quick conversation for Young, and now he will make the long walk back behind the plates. Wareham still waiting for his first pitch of the at-bats. 2 runners on here for the Sox. Noah Fields at second, Castanola at first. The tying factor, both reached via the walk. As Winkley gets his signs, comes set from the belts. From the stretch, looks to second. Here's the pitch to Wareham. Squares the bunt, pulls it back, pitches low and outside, ball 1.
I'm liking a bunt there. A really good moment for a drag, trying to move him over to second and third. You have no outs, runners at first and second, why not?
And Wareham 1 for 1 today, an RBI double in the second to start the scoring for the Sox. His 1-0 pitch from Winkley. He goes after this, grounds it to second. Muller's got it, throws to second for the out. No throw to first. They'll, in fact, throw to third to check on Fields, but he's in safely. So the job done there by Wareham to scoots Fields and further into scoring position.
Yeah, I mean, he's lucky he didn't get caught in double play there. And, of course, on that, honestly, the bunt would be a better scenario than that right side grounder because, of course, you move him over to third, but you take off the extra runner in scoring position who would have been on second base.
Here's Bryce Hampton, 0 for 1 today. He's grounded out to third in the second inning. He's got a runner 90 feet away. Sox up by 2 runs. Winkley's pitch. Hampton takes this, spikes right off the plate. It gets behind Young. Fields sliding to the plate. He's safe. As Winkley was there covering, collides with Fields. Throw was late, tag was late. 3-0 Sox.
Great job by Fields. You know, really just going full steam ahead, not being afraid of a play at the plate, and just strides through Winkley, who's trying to cover the bag.
And to start his outing in relief, Winkley has been a little bit disastrous. On that pass ball there, spiked right off the plate past Young, and now the Sox up 3-0. 1-0 count on Hampton, and now a runner on second base. That's Wareham, who moved up to second base in scoring position. 1-0 count with one away here in the fourth. The pitch from Winkley. And Hampton fouls off the end of the bat, straight back, and the count evens.
In a good spot here for the Sox. You know, you lead 3-0, runners still in scoring position. Really just don't take the foot off the gas and keep on going full steam ahead.
Even count, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 runner on for the Sox. They lead 3-0 here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Winkley, the right-hander, long hold, and he'll pick off to second with the spaghetti move. Wareham in safely. Now Winkley, kid from Tumwater, Washington, goes to Pierce College. Last 2 years spent there. 1-1 count on Hampton. He's set from the belt buckle, looks to second. Now lifts and delivers. Now Hampton tomahawks this on the ground, just short. Smith's got it on a few skips, throws to first just in time to get the outs, and that's out number 2 here in the fourth.
And really just chase the fastball there. His swing, usually, it's not a loop, but it's not exactly flat. And that swing right there, just straight flat by Hampton there, just trying to get contact, a piece of the ball, and chops it on a lot of skips over to shortstop.
Now to the top of the order for Zach Doyle with 2 away and 1 runner on base. Wareham there at second. Winkley, his first pitch to the left-hander, Doyle. And the fastball runs inside. It misses for a ball. Now Winkley again, the last 2 years at Pierce College, had a 63 ERA his freshman year, and then whittled that down to an 18.56 ERA his sophomore year this past spring. 1-0 delivery to Doyle. And he swings and fouls it right back to Young's glove, and the count's going to even up. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, Doyle, his average in Victoria was .517, has dropped just a hair. Of course, he's not having his 4-hit games as much anymore, but still coming up big for the Sox.
He's got an even count with 2 away and a runner in scoring position. Pitch from Winkley. Hits him right on the front leg as he tumbles down to the ground. Ditches the Evo shield, rubbing the right knee. He gets up and now will gingerly walk towards first. That's a bit of a scary sight.
Yeah, it's near his knee, too. You hate to see that. I mean, there's not a lot of meat there. It hits straight bone, but, I mean, he'll go the hard way, get a runner on base now, but got to watch that for the rest of the game.
Well, now it's Aiden Lopez. Come up to bat from the left side. Sox up 3-0. They've struck for 1 here in the fourth inning without getting a single hit. A pair of walks to Fields and Casanova starting it. Wareham reached via the fielder's choice, and then Hampton grounded out. And now a hit by pitch to Doyle. Here's the first pitch to Lopez. Inside, he jackknifed away for a ball. And again, Winkley just getting close to these batters.
Yeah, he's just, I don't know, something about his command is off. He's really trying to throw it inside, but whatever game plan they had of throwing inside is just not working today.
1-0 count on Lopez. Winkley, the offering. And Lopez takes this outside, cuts the corner for a strike.
And, you know, sometimes they do get scouting reports of like, hey, these guys struggle inside pitches, so throw them inside. But right now for Winkley, that is not working. He can't land a fastball in the inner half. It just ends up running inside and nearly hitting the guy.
1-1 pitch to Lopez. And he fouls this one off right at the Lefties' dugouts. And it bounces past Ian Sagdahl, who makes the catch on it. Throws it back to the AppleSox dugouts, much to their excitement. And count moves to 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Wareham at second, Doyle at first. Winkley, the right-hander. Here's the pitch to Lopez. And he fends off the curveball into left field, and that floats its way in for a base hit. They're waving Wareham around third. He's going to score standing, and the Sox get their second run of the inning, 4-0 here in the fourth.
Yeah, the post-game message that head coach Mitch Darlington gave them yesterday really coming into sight here. He said, really, we should be pummeling these guys. I mean, we're the first team in the league. They're last place at, 10-28. And we have runners in scoring position. We're just not bringing it home. But today they're doing a great job of timely hitting and bringing their runners home.
And starting to string some hits, some at-bats, some quality at-bats together. Brings up Ryder Young, your beer batter tonight. With 2 runners on and still 2 outs. Winkley, pitch. Now Young fouls this straight back. It whizzes past Young's head. Make the count 0-1.
A good day for Young so far. 1 for 1, a single and a hit by pitch. Enters this game batting 150 with 3 hits so far this season.
And looking to improve that 150 average. You can do it right here. Clutch spot. 0-1 pitch from Winkley. Young grounds this to short. Smith's on the run. He throws to first. The throw is high. It pulls Patanko off the bag, but he lands and pops the tag right on Young to end the inning. But the Sox able to get 2 runs here in the 4th off of only 1 hit, no errors, and do leave 2 men left stranded. They lead 4-0 as we head to the 5th inning. About to have the ketchup and mustard race, so put in your guesses now. Is it ketchup? Is it mustard? We'll find out when we come back on the AppleSox Radio Network.
AppleSox fans, summers are hot, and the last thing you want is to turn on your car's AC and out blows hot air. Get your air conditioner recharged at Mid-Valley Automotive for just $287.74. And keep cool. This includes 2 pounds of 134A Freon. Mid-Valley Automotive works on all foreign and domestic models. Mid-Valley Automotive, 270 East Penny Road in Wenatchee.
This summer, splash your cares away and create unforgettable memories. Treat your family and friends to Slidewaters Lake Chelan. Overlooking the majestic Lake Chelan Valley, Slidewaters is your one-stop vacation paradise with 11 fun-filled water slides. Cruise down the downhill racers, slide down the completely enclosed Purple Haze, float down the Lazy River, and the kids will love the Aqua Zoo. Their well-trained, friendly staff will ensure your stay is safe and lots of fun. Slidewaters Lake Chelan, now open through Labor Day. Visit slidewaters.com for more information.
Hear that? That's the plumpest, juiciest hot dogs you've ever seen getting their grill on. But we both know what'll make it sound even better. Oh yeah, it's a Pepsi to go with your hot dog. Because when you're chomping on America's favorite meal, relish, mustard, and onions perfectly blending into a crescendo of flavor, there's only one thing that makes everything about that moment better. A cold, refreshing Pepsi. See what I mean? It's like music to my ears. Hot dogs. Better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
And Sox lead 4-0 heading to the top of the 5th. Sam Matisich leading off for the Lefties. He takes a first pitch strike. On the play-by-play, it's Jackson Dodd.
Thank you, Smith. Appreciate you. And yeah, the Sox, you're kind of going full steam ahead now after yesterday only 2 runs have put up 4 on the board against the Lefties. Here the 0-1 pitch from Sato. Slider, driven, deep left field. Young at the wall, watches it go. A solo shot by Sam Matisich tallies the first run for the Lefties here. Sox still lead, however, 4-1.
And the first run for the Lefties in this series on a leadoff home run from Matisich. That is insane. He crushed that ball 389 feet, 99 off the bat. So didn't get out of here in a hurry, but had the carry, had the distance.
Yeah, just a hanging slider, center cut. And that's what you do with that pitch. George Smith. Sato's slider clips the inner half for strike 1. It's only the 3rd hit of the ball game, too, for the Lefties. And a big bang for Matisich. Sato's next offering, fastball, top of the zone for strike 2. Looking for a strikeout to bounce back after that not the grand slam, the solo shot.
Hope it's not grand slam.
Yeah, hope not. Hope not. Sato reaches back and deals. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Slider got him there. That's a good way to respond.
Absolutely. Chase pitch outside. Sato doing what he does best, right? Just being crafty, using the breaking pitches. Of course, it didn't work against Matisich. He ends up making you pay over the left field fence. But Smith, able to go down swinging.
Wyatt Muller, the 9 spot with 1 out, nobody on. Sox leading 4-1. Sato kicks and deals. The 2-seam fastball clips bottom half for strike 1.
Yeah, Muller incoming freshman. He's committed to St. Mary's next year. He'll be joining Vincent DeMarco there.
A 1 pitch from Sato. Swing and a miss early on the slider. The count's 0-2.
And Vincent DeMarco, your WCL Pitcher of the Week after his outing against Victoria. Now it's just a really impressive stuff for him in that third game.
Yeah, 7 scoreless innings, 2 strikeouts, but did a great job of handling Victoria's bats. The 0-2 pitch from Sato pulled hard, deep left field, but will go out of play past the concession stand in a foul tank there for Wyatt Moeller. They're just all over his slider. The count stays 0-2, however. Sato looking to get his second strikeout in a row. The 0-2 pitch, fastball, froze him. Great job of tunneling off the slider. It was 68 miles an hour. Now heats it up to 85.
He put that right where he wanted to on the inside part of the plates. And, Moeller kind of crowding a bit. Was kind of jumping out of the way, trying to sell that as a ball. But that's just a good call there from Rentschler, the home plate umpire.
Top the order, Will Feltus with 2 outs. Sato's first offering. Slider, strike 1. Feltus today 0 for 2. A ground out in the first and a pop out in the third inning. Picked up their only run so far here in the fifth off a solo shot. 0-1 pitch, fastball on the top rung, and the count moves to 0-2. Sato looking for 3 straight strikeouts. The 0-2 pitch, chopped over to first. White takes it himself and touches the bag for out number 3. So very effective after giving up the first pitch homer, and now the Sox lead 4-1 as he heads to the bottom half of the fifth here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Link Transit is your free, clean, and safe ride to where you need to go. Whether you need to go to work, school, run errands, or taking a day trip to Leavenworth or Chelan, Link can take you there. Save gas and don't worry about parking. Plan your trip with Google Maps, Apple Maps, or the Transit app. Skip the fuss. Take the bus with Link Transit.
Come experience the Tap Room by Hellbent Brewing at Pybus Public Market, your family-friendly destination for exceptional craft beer, great food, and a welcoming atmosphere. With 20 rotating taps featuring Hellbent craft brews and local ciders, plus a full bar and local wine list, there's something for everyone. Their chef-driven seasonal menu showcases the freshest local ingredients with bold American and Pan-Asian flavors in every dish. Open daily, visit the Tap Room by Hellbent Brewing and embark on a flavor-filled journey right in the heart of the Wenatchee Valley.
Let's give a big hand to a proud sponsor of today's game, the Salcedo Group of Companies. Celebrating 25 years of serving our valley, Salcedo does it all, from top-tier HVAC and electrical expertise to major local development. Today, they're proving their philanthropic heart by supporting over 70 local organizations across Chelan, Douglas, and Grant counties, including our very own Wenatchee AppleSox. Locally grown and deeply committed, Salcedo continues to invest in everything that makes our valley home. Thank you, Salcedo Group of Companies.
Landon White leads it off for the Sox here in the bottom half of the fifth. They lead 4-1. A solo homer by Sam Matisich tallied the first and only run so far for the Lefties in the top half of this inning. White looking to respond and put the Lefties back into place. Eddie Winkley still on the mound for the Lefties. The righty sat at the belt. Kicks and deals. Fastball skipped high over to third base coach Mitch Darlington in foul territory, and the count's 0-1.
That was a little funny there. Darlington, right there, coaching third, tried to pick that ball with the bare hand. It hit off his palm and then ricocheted right to Traeger at third. It's a little bit of a alley-oop to him.
No balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch to Landon White from Winkley. Slider runs inside and backs White off the plate. The count is now 1 ball and 1 strike.
I've really been in White's kitchen all day today. They threw behind him at one point. That was when Sprague was still in the game.
Yeah, strikeout looking an RBI single for him today. Nearly 2 hit by pitches. Winkley's 1-1. White takes it high for ball 2. And White, one of the AppleSox's 5 All-Stars, one of the 3 bats they sent up there. I mean, of course, bats 337, leads the team in hits with 34. This guy, a very reliable bat. Hits for power and average. The 2-1. Fastball spiked in the dirt. Good dig by Young to keep it in front. And the count's 3-1. White, hoping for a walk here. Sprague, the starter today for the Lefties, walked 3 batters, and Winkley now in relief for him. Here's the 3-1 to White. It's a fastball thrown behind him, but hits the top of his bat. And what should have been ball 4 ends up taking this count full.
This is unfortuitous. Landon White did everything right, just needed to drop the bat a little more.
It's the second time somebody's thrown behind him. It's not intentional. They're just losing control. Payoff pitch well outside. It makes Young go all the way towards the lefty's batter's box and a walk after, should have happened the pitch before.
Yeah, like you said, it's not intentional. It's just that the lefty pitching staff has been struggling this year. Second most walks given up. So obviously some control issues and the 3rd worst ERA in the league. So you don't blame them for missing, behind some batters.
I wonder if the conditions they contribute to that too. I mean, it's around 100. They're out there. We're sweating here in the booth. I can't imagine what it's like down there. That could affect their pitch grip. Here's Kano Morisaki, runner over at first. Winkley's first offering. Well outside and high, ball 1. And Smith, it's time to look at the WCL scoreboard report presented by Exala Wellness. Visit exalawellness.com and discover holistic, non-invasive care tailored just for you.
That's right now, if you got the Kamloops North Paws playing against Edmonton, it's 10-0 there in the bottom of the 5th.
1-0 to Saki from Winkley. He grounds this down the first base line, foul.
Then you have the Bend Elks playing against Corvallis, and the Elks are leading 11-4 in the bottom of 3rd. Then you got the Victoria Harbor Cats playing against the Nanaimo Night Owls. It's 8-0 Harbor Cats leading in the bottom of the 4th. Yakima Valley taking on the Walla Sweets. 4-0 Sweets on top in the top of the 5th inning.
1 ball, 1 strike as Winkley peers in and comes set at the belt. Landon White over at first base with no outs. The 1-1 pitch. Runs inside, skips away off the shin guard of Young, and White into second easily.
And then, of course, you got the Kelowna Falcons taking on the Bellingham Bells, and the Bells leading 5-0. The Bells and Kelowna both vying for that second place spot in the North Division. And you got the Marion Berries taking on the Ridgefield Raptors. 1-0 Raptors on top in the bottom of the 3rd. And lastly, the Springfield Drifters going down to play against the Portland Pickles. That game has been postponed due to inclement weather.
Winkley, 2-1 count. Hitters count here for Kano Morisaki. Runner now in scoring position. The 2-1 pitch. Hitter off the plate. The count's now 3-1.
And Morisaki 0 for 2 today. Ground out in the 2nd. Ground into an inning-ending double play in the 3rd. So trying to go 1 for 3 today.
He's got a runner in scoring position. And Winkley really just struggling so far in his outing. Here's the 3-1. Fastball well high, easy take. Ball 4, runners now at first and second base for Noah Fields.
Here's a familiar sight, back-to-back walks to start an inning. Yeah, White at second now, and Morisaki at first. And, of course, obviously, pitching coach going to come out to have a little chat with Winkley.
Yeah, let's take a look also at this day in baseball history, presented by NCW News, the NCW News Network. Accurate and local news for North Central Washington. Check ncw.news for community stories every single day. So, July 22nd, 2021, the AppleSox defeated the Walla Sweets 1-0 in a game that took 2 hours and 11 minutes. The reason it was so short is because the game's only run didn't come until the 9th inning. Both pitching staffs were dominant, including both starters. Wenatchee's Jacob Hughes walked 3, allowed 3 hits, and struck out 8 in 6 innings, while Wall's Travis Craven was incredibly efficient, allowing 3 hits and striking out 14 in 8 innings on just 91 pitches. The AppleSox struck in the 9th when leadoff hitter Dakota Duffalo singled and advanced to second on throwing error, and Adam Grob walked before Duffalo was picked off second base.
Number 7, John Hernandez.
I have a new pitcher coming in for Winkley here, as, no doubt he was really just struggling with command. We'll meet the new face after this as the Sox lead 4-1 here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Your official radio station for the Wenatchee AppleSox is Sunny FM, KCSY Twist, the greatest hits of all time.
Jeff is back from the Country and Family Restaurant. You have prime rib on Friday and Saturday.
Always Friday and Saturday. He's tired of barbecuing. Come on out and let me do the cooking. We got slow roasted prime rib served up Friday and Saturday night. I start serving it around 3:30, 4 o'clock until we run out.
And remember, if you're hungry like me early in the morning, guess who's open up for breakfast 7 days a week?
Down here at the Country Inn.
Off Valley Mall Parkway in East Wenatchee, the Country Inn Family Restaurant. How long have you been in business?
Going on over 40 years, since 1975.
Thanks, Jeff.
Hey, Dave, you take care.
Chad and Amanda with Holidays Custom Muffler wish the AppleSox the best on the field this season. If you're in need of muffler work, visit Holidays Custom Muffler. They work on all cars, trucks, motorhomes, and more. Holidays provides free estimates, affordable solutions, and they guarantee their work. For an appointment, call 509-888-0128 or stop in at 400 South Columbia Street in Wenatchee.
Hi, this is Josh from American Shoe Shop. I want to say thank you, Wenatchee. Thank you for continuing to choose us for your footwear needs. Thank you for trusting us to clean, shine, protect, or even stitch or stretch your favorite pair of shoes or boots. Thank you for giving us the time to size your feet correctly to find your next favorite pair. Thank you for supporting American Shoe Shop the same way we hope our shoes are supporting you. American Shoe Shop, downtown Wenatchee, serving your footwear needs since 1920.
So it's Noah Fields going to be facing the new pitcher, John Hernandez, coming in for Eddie Wingley. And Smith, tell us more about Hernandez.
Yeah, Hernandez, right-hander, 5'8" and 180 pounds, sophomore out of Fontana, California. Currently at the University of Redlands. Spent the past 2 years there. It's making his 7th appearance of the season. And, of course, has a 6.55 ERA coming into today. 9 strikeouts, 8 walks. And like you said, he's facing Noah Fields, who's having a very productive day today with the AppleSox.
Very much so. Fields digs in, runners at first and second base, and no outs. Great opportunity to add on here. Corners are in, infield back. The first offering is lines right center field. That'll be a base hit. Holden range in back, but no, he's able to snag the hit away from Fields. The run tags, heads for third, runners at the corners, and man, just robbed Noah Fields of a guaranteed 2 RBI double.
Man, go gadget glove for Holden. I mean, tracked that down, reached up the arm as high as he could go, and just plucked the apple off the tree for the out. That's a bit unfortuitous there for Fields, looking for his first hit of the summer.
Yeah. I mean, still pretty good today. I mean, 2 runs scored for him, hit by pitch and a walk. Here's James Casanova, runners at the corners, and 1 out. The righty set, lifts his leg and fires. Slider in there for a strike. Casanova fly out in the second and a walk in the fourth. Hernandez peers in, set at the chest. The 0-1. Casanova chops it over to third. It eats up Traeger. He's not able to glove it. White tries to come home. He slides into Young, and they're going to say he was out. Young is slow to get up here. Oh, he is a little rattled. And we're going to step away here as Young, a bit rattled, and give him time to get his bearings here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
NCW.News is your source for accurate and intensely local news across North Central Washington. Part of Ward Media, an independent company committed to local journalism, NCW.News provides stories from our network-respected community newspapers. Stay informed with news from the Lakeshore Mirror, Leavenworth Echo, Cashmere Valley Record, Quad City Herald, and Wenatchee Business Journal. With over 100 years recording the region's history, NCW.News and Ward Media keep communities engaged on the issues that matter most. Visit NCW.News for local news you can trust.
Your teenage years are full of unknowns. Your bank shouldn't be one of them. With People's Bank Teen Access Checking, account holders can build healthy money habits while learning to manage their spending. There are no monthly service charges, no balance requirements, and if the parent or guardian has an existing People's Bank account, adding Teen Access takes less than 10 minutes. You know your teen, we know banking. Teen Access Checking from People's Bank. Easy for them, easier for you. Member FDIC.
Hi folks, Kelly Herschel from Valley Tractor and Rentals, your one-stop Kubota shop. Kubota and Valley Tractor is keeping it simple. You want the best-selling compact tractor? Buy a Kubota. You want the best-selling compact excavator? Buy a Kubota. You want the best-selling compact skid steer? Buy a Kubota. You want the best-selling diesel zero-turn mower? Buy a Kubota. You want the best? Buy a Kubota. Kubota and Valley Tractor since 1948, Baker Flats, East Wenatchee.
After a visit for the trainers, looks like Caden Young's going to be all right, and Landon White not able to get underneath the tag, called out there. As of now, it's runners at first and second base. Castanel reach on a fielder's choice.
And that was 220 pounds of pure muscle just colliding with Young behind the plates. And, I mean, gets the out. That's the silver lining, basically.
Hernandez, first offering to Wareham. Breaking ball in the dirt, ball one. And, yeah, I mean, I don't blame him for getting slow to get up. And you got 220 pounds of that just sliding into your shins and just knocking you down. That can't feel good. Runners at first and second in a 1-out count. 2 outs. Pitch to Gage Wareham. Wareham skips it over to second base. It gets underneath the glove of Moeller. Saki decides to stay over at third, and bases are loaded here after the first error by the Lefties today.
And that is a ball that Moeller is wishing he had back because it was just right at him. Served up softly, and of course you have Castanolo kind of barreling towards you. You don't want to collide with him, but at the end of the day, you got to make a play on it. So, I mean, still 2 outs, but the base is loaded now for Bryce Hampton.
Yeah, pair of groundouts for him today. 2 outs, bases loaded, like you said, Smith. Sox lead 4-1, looking to add on to that here. The first pitch is a slider called strike. Hanson with 5 RBIs this year. Now looking to add on to that here. The Sox have picked up 4 grand slams this season. Just throwing it out there. Fingers crossed, make it 5. The 0-1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Yeah, Kano Murasaki, Cooper Brass, Raphael Dunn, and Kai McGarry, your 4. The 0-2 pitch from Hernandez. Fastball swing and a miss. And it's kicked into Young's glove, who catches the last pitch foul ball, and that will be the side. The Sox leave bases loaded and not able to pick up a single run off it. They lead 4-1 as we head to the top of the 6th here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Whitley Fuel Pacific Pride is proud to let you know they provide non-ethanol premium for the sensitive engine at these sites: Grand Coulee, Brewster, Okanagan, Omak, and now Twisp. Whitley Fuel also has top-tier Power Pro gasoline and premium diesel 24 hours a day and bulk DEF at the pump at the Okanagan site. With thousands of Pacific Pride sites through the country, Whitley makes it easy and convenient whether you operate one car or a fleet. Call Whitley Fuel today for your Pacific Prided card. 1-800-955-3835.
AppleSox fans, if a foul ball leaves your car with a rock chip or broken windshield, take it to Discount Auto Glass. Locally owned, Discount Auto Glass specializes in rock chip repair, windshield replacement, mobile service, window tinting, and calibration service on all makes and models. Get your rock chip repaired at Discount Auto Glass, 888-0072 and at 901 Valley Mall Parkway in East Wenatchee, across from 7-Eleven.
Discover what Premier Senior Living is all about at Blossom Valley Assisted Living and Blossom Creek Memory Care in beautiful Wenatchee. Blossom Valley Assisted Living and Blossom Creek Memory Care communities provide seniors with a stress-free style of living that enhances the mind, body, and spirit. There's always so much going on, from shopping trips to gardening to fitness activities. Plus, you can enjoy peace of mind knowing that trained care staff are present 24/7. Schedule a private tour experience at Blossom Valley and Blossom Creek.
Back here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium, Sox lead 4-1 here in the top of the 6th. Jackson Dot alongside Smith, Sly. And this game, just like game 1, a close one compared to the first series where the Sox, won game 1 20-1. First pitch to Garrett Patterson from Sato, a 2-seam called strike.
This is where those insurance runs for the Sox come back to really help you out. 2 runs in the 4th to extend the lead.
Sato from the windup. Baez's next offering, it's outside for a ball. Patterson was the first hit of the ball game and first base runner for the Lefties with a double in the first. Was left stranded. The 1-1 from Sato. Just above the belt for ball 2. And the Sox know a little bit about leaving runners on. They left the bases loaded in the 5th inning. They sent 4 runners up, but none of them able to come home. 2-1 pitch. A ripped into left field. Young moving in on the run, makes the grab.
Yeah, you have 4 runners reach base. Landon White, obviously, with the football tackle at the plates, is out. And then you get the bases loaded. Off of, a few walks, some errors, fielder's choices to get people on, and then, you end up ending that inning without any runs. And so it's just leaving a lot of food on the table.
Toma Holden. Nobody on, one out. First pitch is a knuckleball, a Vulcan changeup at 46 miles an hour for strike 1. The 0-1. A fastball outside, ball 1. I am not sure exactly what that pitch was. Whether it was an ephus or a knuckle. We said he's crafty, showing it there. The 1-1. Fouled off the hands and sent towards the basketball courts for strike 2.
Yeah, that pitch took about 3 business days to reach the plates. 46 miles an hour. Then he went to the fastball after that at 86.
It's like a 40-mile-an-hour difference.
Yeah.
See if he goes to whatever that pitch that was here. The 1-2, a slider outside, ball 2.
Yeah, you got about 86 for the fastball, 76 for the slider, and then apparently 46 for the knuckle.
I think there was too much spin on it for a knuckleball, though. The 2-2 pitch from Sato. It's the same pitch, lined softly, just past the glove of Hampton, trickles into center field there. And a 1-out knock for Toma Holden.
Yeah, that one at 60 miles an hour, so about 14 miles an hour quicker than the ephus before. But, when we say that Sato's a crafty righty, we mean it. I mean, he just mixes up speeds just incredibly well.
And it makes that fastball look like it's like 100 after you throw a 40-mile-an-hour, whatever off-speed pitch that was. Here's Caden Young. Waggles his bat, awaits the offering, the first pitch, and the dirt ball 1. And Young, a little rattled after that play at the plate where, a bit of a soccer slide tackle as White came in and just hit him right on the knees. Thankfully, he's okay now and taking it in an AB. The 1-0. Ripped down the third base line, past the glove of Castano. He's not able to glove it. Holden digging for third. He'll get in there. Gets the stop sign. He'll stop up short. And a double by Caden Young puts runners both in scoring position here in the 6th.
And that was stung 94 miles an hour off the bats of Young. And it was his first hit of the ball game. And now the Lefties have 2 runners in scoring position. Young at second and Young at second and Holden at third.
And Nathan Huey going to run for your Caden Young. Because, Young still looks a little weak in the knees. Something, still isn't exactly 100%. Morisaki trots out and talks to Sato here. But to thank Valley Tractor at Valley Tractor Rentals, they promise to deliver best-in-class customer service before, during, and after the sale, and their people make sure that promise is kept. So here's Jed Stange Traeger. He's 1 for 2, a fielder's choice, and a single today. He's got runners over at second and third. Nathan Huey over at second. First pitch from Sato on the way. Well outside, ball 1. Tyler Jones warming up in the AppleSox bullpen, who was originally, signed as a pitcher, but has not played on the mound at all this season. Sato kicks and deals. 2-seamer on the outer half for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike here count. Runners second and third, 1 out. Sox leading 4-1. The 1-1 is a swing and a miss on the slider. Man, really good pitch. And Sato down and back in after giving up a home run in the last inning to lead it off. And that side right there, he just hung it hard of the plate. Of course, that's what happens with that pitch right there. So 1-2 count. Looking for a strikeout. The 1-2 pitch, buried in the dirt, skips into the chest guard of Saki. The count moves to 2s apiece.
I mentioned Tyler Jones warming up for the AppleSox. Pitched a little bit with the University of Oregon, and he spent the last 2 years there, and now moving on to Portland next year. But has, like you said, yet to pitch with the Sox. Been playing up the middle, at third occasionally.
And that was at second base yesterday, given Dunn a day off. Sato's 1-2, spins him around. A clutch strikeout there delivers the Sox their 5th strikeout on the day. And free Sox, the AppleSox faithful.
And the strikeouts have been a bit few and far between today. Haven't been a whole lot. 2 from Schleid and now 3 from Sato. Last night there were 12. And it was just, they were handing them out like candy. It was 5 from Pelsman, 2 from Groffin, 5 from Beck.
Here's Noah Patanko. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and the ground out. Runners at second and third, and 2 outs. Sox lead 4-1. Sato sat at the belt, kicks and deals. The first pitch fought off the hands, foul into the netting, on the count's 0-1.
Yeah, Patanko. Apparently his favorite movies are Venom, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and Ratatouille.
Yeah, that's a great top 3. Ratatouille, man. Great movie. The 0-1 is the, on-off speed pitch that goes over the head of Patanko. Unsure again what it is. Maybe an Ephus changeup? But despite the fact the count is 1-1, runners at second and third both in the scoring position and 2 outs. Sato's 1-1. Fastball, swing and a miss, and the count's 1-2.
And Patanko, last summer, bounced from Bellingham, playing with the Bells, 12 games, and then went and played for Benz after that in the same season. Same thing as how Sam Moore is now playing with the Lefties after playing with the Sox.
And sometimes their contract expires and still want to get some more playing time. That's what happened there. 1-2 pitch, ripped. Deep left field, and that ball's gone. A 3-run shot by Noah Patanko ties this ball game up 4-4.
That is just unfortunate. In the blink of an eye, the Lefties are tied with the AppleSox. And Sato just does not know what hit him.
372 feet. You don't see a lot of home runs over the left field wall here at Paul Thomas. There's 2 today. Here's Sam Matisich, who homered in the 5th. Now a whole new ball game. Sato's first offering. Fastball in the outer half for strike 1.
I almost feel like a bad luck charm. I was talking about in the open that AppleSox are 3rd in the league for home runs, and the Lefties give up a lot of home runs, but so far it's been the Lefties just crushing balls.
The 0-1. Slider inside ball 1. Nobody on, 2 outs. Tied ball game 4 apiece. Lefties now out hitting the Sox 6-4. The 1-1. Matisich takes it high, ball 2. Matisich 1 for 2 today. Fly out in the 2nd and solo homer in the 5th. Sato's 2-1. Swinging a fly ball. Deep right field to Hassan Carey Fields at the warning track makes the grab. The side is retired. Kind of held your breath there. Almost like you had back-to-back homers. And a 3-run homer by Noah Patanko on the previous at-bat ties it up 4-4 as we head to the bottom of the 6th here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Get drawn for Raceway Riches at 12 Tribes Casinos, and your horse will be a guaranteed winner. One lucky guest will be drawn every hour from 5 to 10 p.m. to watch their horse barrel down our Clinco Hill to win up to $5,000 every Friday and Saturday in July and August. Then on August 29th, get drawn for the finale to share in a total of $55,000 at 12 Tribes Omak Casino Hotel, Lake Chelan Casino, and Cooley Dam Casino. 12 Tribes Casinos. Far from the ordinary, close to the adventure. Gambling problem? Please play responsibly. Call 1-800-522-4700.
I have come to the conclusion that one useless man is called a disgrace, that two are called a law firm, and that three or more become a Congress. And by God, I have had this Congress.
250 years ago, the spark was lit, and a new America was forged in the flames. From the Numerica Performing Arts Center and Jamie Donegan Productions, Hot August Nights features Tony Award-winning musical 1776. July 31st through August 15th at the Numerica Pack. Tickets for 1776 now on sale at numericapack.org.
Mission Ridge, proud sponsor of AppleSox Baseball, says, let's go, Sox. Hope you're enjoying the game. Head up to the Chair 5 Pub at Mission Ridge. Open Fridays through Sundays all summer long. It's your spot for great food, local drinks, and unbeatable mountain views high above the valley. Whether you're wrapping up a day on the trails, looking to cool off from the summer heat, or just want a relaxed place to hang out with friends and family, the Chair 5 Pub delivers. Keep the good times rolling after the final inning. Visit missionridge.com to learn more.
Solarity Credit Union presents the Wenatchee Valley Farmers Market every Saturday from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the west lot of Bybus Public Market. Here we are in the bottom of the sixth. Sox now tied up with the Lefties. 4-4, a three-run shot by Noah Patanko. Tied it up here, and not exactly how they thought this game was going to happen.
Yeah, all four runs for the Lefties have come off the long ball, both to left field, which is a bit of an unfamiliar sight here at Paul Thomas. Most of the home runs are either yanked out to right fields or shot the opposite way to right fields, but it's not every day you see them, hitting towering fly balls to left field.
Not at all, and it's top of the order leading off here in the sixth. Zach Doyle, Aiden Lopez, and Ryder Young, your guaranteed three batters here. Sox left bases loaded in the fifth inning. Didn't pick up a single hit, however, in that inning. Just couldn't capitalize off of mistakes by the Lefties. First pitch is Zach Doyle. Dribbles it over to shortstop. Smith loves it. Fires to first. The throw is offline. Doyle reaches on the air by Smith.
Just a second error of the ball game. Lefties were playing fairly clean for the most parts, and of course an error on Moeller back in the fifth, and now an error on Smith. So up the middle, Lefties are starting to show some cracks.
Here's Aiden Lopez, 1 for 2. RBI single in the fourth and a walk, and run scored in the third. Hernandez set, checks over to first as Doyle slides in safely. Lopez also a ground out in the first, makes him 1 for 2 today. Fairly good day. First offering, fastball to up half for strike one. Nathan Huey now playing first base. As a pickoff move nearly got Doyle, as he dives in there. Really close play by Hernandez. Great pickoff move.
Run down the lineup real quick.
Yeah, you just name all the guys, right? Spread some love. 0-1 to Lopez. The pitch yanked down the first base line, just foul. Bit early on the slider. The count's 0-2.
I don't blame you. They're all about the same heights. Zach Doyle, 5'10". Lopez, 5'10". Ryder Young, 5'9". Just a couple short.
They all have the same helmet too.
Yeah, that is true.
Hernandez, Pearson gets the sign from Young, and the 0-2 offering on the way to Lopez. Well outside, ball one. Lopez hoping to get on base here, and the AppleSox need base runners. This game is tied up, and honestly didn't expect that would happen. One-two pitch. Runner goes. Lopez swings through it and kicks away from Young. He's going over to first base, but They're going to say, of course, first base was initially occupied, and a stolen base and a strikeout to fully summarize that play.
A lot of moving parts there. Doyle taking off on the pitch, and then Lopez chasing after that ball just a bit low. So there's one out, and runners scoring position, though. So the basically go-ahead run for the Sox there at second base.
Ryder Young, a runner over at second base in scoring position. It seems like Young trying to get his pitch comm settled back into his ear. Let's thank Lipke Insurance. Contact Lipke Insurance for your home, auto, life, health, business, and farm insurance. Here before you need is peace of mind delivered online at lipke.com. Also, thank you to Banner Bank. At Banner Bank, we're excited you're on the Wenatchee AppleSox at home and away games. Banner Bank member FDIC. We're huge fans of local sports and community and proud to support AppleSox baseball. We hope to see you at the ballpark. Banner Bank member FDIC. So the batter, Ryder Young, the runner in scoring position. And one out here. Hernandez comes set, kicks and deals. First pitch popped up towards second base. Smith calling off Moeller, squeezes it for out number 2.
Yeah, first pitch swing in, first pitch pop out. Not very efficient.
Yeah, especially the runner in scoring position, you can't do that. Got to drive a count up, work the count, and try and put a good ball at least the other way on the ground and advance him over to third. Here's Landon White. Walked last AB. First pitch, check swing, he goes around for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. White taps the plate, awaits the offering. Infield slightly shifted towards the left. Hernandez set. Reaches back and deals. White checks his swing, but a called strike on the outer half. The count is 0-2. Hernandez looking for his third strikeout of the outing and second in the 6th. This game's tied 4 apiece. A runner in scoring position over at second base. Hernandez looking to close at the side. The 0-2 pitch to Landon White on the way. Buried in the dirt. Good block by Young to keep it in front of him, and the count's 1-2.
I need to capitalize here. You get handed a base runner when Doyle retrieved that error. And of course, he steals second base. He's 180 feet away. You need guys like Landon White, who've been huge for you all year, to come up huge right here.
The 1-2 pitch to Landon White. Pulled hard to the left field line and kicks all the way towards the AppleSox bullpen, but it's just a hair foul.
He smoked that one right at, I believe, Vincent DeMarco in the AppleSox bullpen, who's holding about I'd say that's what, 5, almost 6 foot long piece of PVC pipe. He's swinging like a golf club. He tried to hit it with the PVC pipe when it zipped right past him.
Yeah, tee off with it, right?
Yeah.
Count is still 1-2 with 2 outs and a runner over at second. Game tied 4-4. The pitch in the dirt and away, ball 2. White today, strikeout looking to start it off, but bounced back with an RBI single in the 3rd and a walk in the 5th. But tried to come home and just bulldozed Young. He was caught stealing there. The 2-2 pitch. White slaps it foul out of play towards the WVC gym, and the count stays at 2-2.
Landon White kind of gritting his teeth here against Hernandez. He has 2 strikes, and now just trying to bump up that pitch count as much as he can and maybe get something to shoot to the alleyway.
They're really just digging in, trying to foul off the pitches with spin and try and find a right fastball. Hernandez is 2-2. White takes it, center cut, strike 3. That's the side. The AppleSox leave a runner over at second base after no hits, 1 error, and no runs. Still tied 4-4 as we head to the 7th here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
The Taffy Shop in Leavenworth wished the AppleSox the best on the field this season. Locally owned since 1987, the Taffy Shop has more than 100 flavors of wonderful tasting taffy. Watch the unique taffy puller demonstration as you pick out that special flavor. The Taffy Shop has nostalgic metal signs and posters, candies from the 40s and 50s, and many collectible tins. Circle the bases with a trip to the Taffy Shop in the Mottler Building at 900 Front Street in Leavenworth.
Hey, it's Stacy with the Floor Factory, is Flooring America. Whether you're looking for a small project or a large one, from special order options to our large selection of in-stock, we can help you. From the latest color and style trends or to more of a classic style, we can help you. Carpet, hardwood, luxury vinyl, laminate, and even sheet vinyl. Come check out our newly updated showroom and our last chance bargain basement. They're great for do-it-yourself, or we have professional installation available too at 13 South Wenatchee Avenue. It's where friends send friends to the Floor Factory.
Eric's European Auto Repair and Sales is proud to support Wenatchee AppleSox baseball. Eric's is the #1 place for European auto repair anywhere in Central Washington. For service, repair, diagnostics, and more, visit ericseuro.com. That's ERIKSEURO.com to book online or call or text 509-888-7696. Open weekdays 7:30 to 6 with after-hours pickup and drop-off available. Enjoy 50% off rental cars when your vehicle is in the shop.
Welcome back to Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. Game tied 4 apiece. New mound on the Sox. And now for the play-by-play, here's Smith Sly.
Thank you, Jackson. It's Tyler Jones making his first appearance on the mound for the AppleSox. He takes over for Shihiro Sato, who went 4 innings, allowing 5 hits, no walks, and 4 runs, all of which came off of home runs. One from Matisich in the 5th, and then a 3-run shot from Batenko in the 6th. Like we said, Jones now on the mound, the right-hander, sophomore out of Woodinville, Washington, making his first appearance. He pitched with the University of Oregon in the past 2 seasons. Didn't play at all in 2026, but did pitch in 2025. He made 2 appearances, both in relief. Had a 0 ERA, so he gave up no runs. And now on the mound for the first time this summer. Of course, he's drawing George Smith, Wyatt Moeller, and Will Feltis, his 3 guaranteed lefties here in the top of the 7th inning. We're tied up 4-4. A sentence I didn't think was going to ever leave my mouth at the start of this series. Lefties, pair of home runs to deadlock him with the Sox. As Smith climbs in, batting from the right side. Jones pitching from the right side. Takes a deep breath and winds and delivers his first pitch of the summer, grounded up the middle to Hampton, who slides to a knee, smothers it, throws to first. It's in the dirt, and it bangs off the body of White. It's a leadoff base runner for the Lefties on the very first pitch.
It's going to go down as a base hit there. Smith able to dig it out, and, man, 94-mile-an-hour fastball on his first pitch in an AppleSox uniform. Jones just bringing the heat. Sometimes, infielders have that. It's just because they, he plays third, sometimes to have a cross diamond throw. They have a great fastball velocity on top of that.
And now it's Wyatt Moeller with with 1 runner on and 1 out. First pitch to him missed low and away. Ball count goes to 1-0.
Another 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Jones really showing his prowess on the mound here.
Feltis squares to bunts. Jones's pitch. That misses outside again. 2 balls, no strikes. I mentioned the straight heat from Jones, 94. From an infielder, basically. A two-way player. He pitches and he plays the infield. First time we're seeing him on the mound this summer. And he's throwing straight fuzz. Feltis squaring to bunt again. And this pitch cuts the lower outside corner perfectly for a strike. Two balls, 1 strike on Feltis with a runner on first base. That's Smith, who had a leadoff single. As Jones will pick off there, he's in head first. He's in safely.
Yeah, I'm already liking Jones on the mound so far. Just going at these batters, not doing too much. Just giving his best stuff.
Pitch to Moeller. He bunts it down the first base line. It trickles and tails foul as Jones comes off the mound to pick it up. And the count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And the question, Smith, is now if he'll bunt with 2 strikes. Bunt foul is a strikeout for him on 2 strikes. So we'll see if his coach will lay down the sign or not.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes on Moeller. Runner on first. That's Smith. Here in the top of the 7th inning, game 2 of the series versus the Lefties. We're tied up 4-4. Jones gets his signs and comes set from the stretch, working from the first base side of the rubber. Here's the pitch. Just a hair upstairs to fill the count. Mueller was not scoring to bunt, and now he's got a full count with no outs and runner on.
Only you've seen fastballs in this AB. We'll see if Jones goes to something else here.
Payoff pitch to Mueller. And he fends this one off to the netting, and he stays alive.
I'm thinking a big velocity change. You know, Jones with 93, 94, Sato's fastball's around 85, so just around a 10-mile-an-hour fastball jump.
Probably intentional to have him pitching after Sato. Throw him off a little bit. Jones, another payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. 93 upstairs, and Mueller can't handle the heat.
Straight fastballs that whole entire AB, and I don't blame Jones for just going after the batter and using his best stuff.
That brings up Will Feltis with one away and one on base. George Smith there at first. Tie game 4-4. Lefties looking to get their first lead of the series. Jones, the pitch to Feltis. That's just high. Morisaki tried to drag it down for a strike, but home plate umpire Rentschler not fooled by it. And starting to slowly cool down here in Wenatchee. 89 degrees now. That smoke still have a nice veil over the skyline. It's 1-0 pitch, again high, and this time a bit inside for ball 2.
Yeah, it's the 5th season here in Wenatchee, fire season. A couple of fires around the Wenatchee Valley bringing the smoke in.
And the air quality not what you would want. A little smoky, a little extra flavor on the air. 2-0 count on Feltis with a runner on and one away here, top of the 7th. Jones shakes off a few signs and now likes this one as he steps off and quick picks over to first. And Smith unfooled by it. He's back in safely. Feltis taps the plates. Batting from the left side. Jones pitching from the right side. He'll pick off to first again and again. Smith in head first safely.
And hearing you say Smith, I think of you. Can talk about yourself.
I wonder why. It's disorienting for me as well. You know. 2-0 count on Feltis. Jones. Finally the offering. And this is grounded on a few skips to Hampton at short. He flips to second for the out. The throw to first is just late by a half step. And Feltis will reach base via a fielder's choice.
A great 2-ball there, and, tip your cap to Hampton over at shortstop. A great toss. Really picked up the speed on the underhand, and it caught Wareham chest high, and unfortunately just cannot beat out Feltis.
It is out number 2. So 2-away here, top of the 7th. We're still tied 4-4. And deja vu, another runner on first base for the Lefties. This time it's Will Feltis. Garrett Patterson up to the plate. Jones's first pitch to Patterson. Way upstairs in the attic. That's ball 1. And the Sox wearing their baby blue jerseys with the white pants. Lefties wearing their royal blue jerseys with the bright orange sleeves. Now the 1-0 offering to Patterson. Again upstairs, and that's back-to-back balls.
Yeah, really just going with the fastball for Jones. Not using much. And if it works, it works. The major thing is just locating. He's got to locate it.
2 balls, no strikes on Patterson. Jones will step off the mound now. A little miscommunication with Morisaki. And he digs back onto the first base side of the rubber. Agrees on a sign. Set from the belt buckle. The breath and the pitch. That's high and tight. Buzzes Patterson's tower a bit. 3 balls now. And the sun dipping under the horizon. And with the smoke in the air, it's starting to create some pretty looking clouds there on the horizon. 3-0 pitch to Patterson. Upstairs, ball 4. 4 straight balls. And now 2 runners on for the Lefties with 2 outs.
All high as well. And I'm not surprised as Jones is getting used to the new mound here at Paul Thomas. It's just, a bit of a mountain compared to traditional mounds. And it looks like that may be it for Jones, though.
And Quincy Vassar, the pitching coach, makes the long walk out, points down to the bullpen, and that is it for Tyler Jones. He goes just 2/3 of an inning, giving up 1 walk, 1 hits, and striking out 1 man as well. We'll find out who the new face is when we come back here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Wenatchee businesses, step up to the plate. Firefly is your hometown MVP for managed IT and cybersecurity, protecting your time and tech since 1992. For a limited time, Firefly is offering a free vulnerability scan to help pinpoint the gaps in your security and bring clarity to your risks before they turn into errors on the scoreboard. Call 509-663-TECH today to secure your scan and stop the bad guys from stealing home.
Hey, get the goat off the AC vent. This time of year, we are right there with the goat, hanging out and trying to stay cool.
Folks can start quotes on our website, WenatcheeInsurance.com.
And you can schedule an in-person video or phone appointment. No one should have to sweat about insurance.
We are a locally owned independent agency, so we can walk people through a variety of options.
Make sure you're covered, maybe even save some money. So give us a call or text today, 509-295-9055.
And then get back to the AC with the goat.
At Banner Bank, cheering on the AppleSox is just one more way they show their appreciation for the Wenatchee Valley. When it comes to your finances, it's all about how they can help you move forward with truly personal service, smart financial solutions, and being the local expert by your side when it matters most. In fact, Banner Bank has been named one of the 100 best banks in America by Forbes for 10 straight years and one of Newsweek's best regional banks again this year. Stop by your local Wenatchee branch or visit bannerbank.com. Banner Bank member FDIC.
After just 2/3 of an inning, the day is done for Tyler Jones. He took over things here in the 7th inning. Leadoff single from Smith, a swinging strikeout from Moeller, and then Feltis reaching via fielder's choice, and Patterson drawing a walk on 4 straight pitches. Now they'll hand it off for Easton Brooks, the right-hander, the redshirt sophomore out of Harriman, Utah, making his 5th appearance of the season. He comes into this outing with a 4.00 ERA on the dots. Brooks out of Utah Tech. And he's facing off against Thama Holden. First man in relief. Top of the 7th inning. We're still tied 4-4. But runner 180 feet away for the lefties. Brooks. First pitch on the way to Holden. And he fouls this one off, kind of on his hands to the netting. Count goes to 0-1.
Hey, Brooks trying to manage the situation here. He's got 2 outs. Only just 1. It's a good spot for him here. You know, came in last year with a lot of spots like this and delivered. I don't see why he wouldn't do the same thing here.
0-1 delivery from Easton Brooks. The lift and the pitch. And it drops off the table, and Holden does not go after it. It's ball 1. And lefty's got Feltis at second base, who reached via the fielder's choice, and Patterson at first, who drew that 4-pitch walk from Jones. 1-1 counts on Holden. Brooks looks to second, now delivers. And Holden slaps this high in the air to right field, tailing, but foul as it bounces its way to the lefties' bullpen.
And now a strikeout opportunity here, leaves those runners over at first and second, and try and get out of this ball game, get out of this inning without letting any more runners here in the 7th.
2 outs here, top of the 7th, 1-2 count. Brooks to end the frame. It's shot on a soft line drive up to second. A few bounces for Wareham. He has no play anywhere as he picks it up, throws to third to check on Feltis, who rounded the base hard. And a bit of a no man's land, weak ground ball to second base.
Yeah, it was just shot so far up the handle that it had no juice on it. Just trickled over to Wareham, who honestly could have gloved it just with a bare hand, but with the runner going in front of him, he has to let him move first before he can attack the ball.
Now it's Nathan Huey batting in lieu of Caden Young, who got trucked by Landon White earlier in today's game. First pitch to Huey. He swings and misses out of his shoes on a fastball low and away. Now the base is loaded here for the lefties. Holden at first, Patterson at second, Feltis at third. Huey at the plates. 0-1 pitch from Brooks. And he hits this high, but foul. Straight back, straight to the parking lot.
Hey, both guys bringing the heat. You know, Jones is at 94 and Brooks right there at 93.
And trying to speed up the lefties and sit him down here. 0-2 count on Huey with 2 outs, bases loaded. Brooks wants to strand the bases loaded if he can. With 1 pitch, he can do it. The 0-2 in the dirt. Morisaki wears it off the chest protector, keeps it in front. It's ball one.
Dan Huey, this is the big situation for him to come in his first AP today. Bases loaded, 2 outs, tied ball game 4 apiece.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Brooks to slam the door. He got it. Top shelf swinging, 92 upstairs, and Brooks leaves the bases loaded. Lefties, no runs off 2 hits, no errors, 3 men left on base. We are still tied 4-4. It's time to stretch here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. Don't go anywhere. It's AppleSox Baseball on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Hey, AppleSox fans, let's talk about community. Today's broadcast is proudly sponsored in part by the Salcedo Group of Companies, now celebrating 25 years of HVAC, electrical, and high-scale development excellence right here in the Valley. But Salcedo is more than business. They actively back over 70 regional schools, nonprofits, and teams. From global philanthropy to the home turf, Salcedo is proud to be locally grown and dedicated to our community. Thank you for investing in our valley. Salcedo Group of Companies.
NCW.news is your source for accurate and intensely local news across North Central Washington. Part of Ward Media, an independent company committed to local journalism, NCW.news provides stories from our network-respected community newspapers. Stay informed with news from the Lakeshore Mirror, Leavenworth Echo, Cashmere Valley Record, Quad City Herald, and Wenatchee Business Journal. With over 100 years recording the region's history, NCW.news and Ward Media keep communities engaged on the issues that matter most. Visit NCW.news for local news you can trust.
Hit a home run with LocalTel Communications. For over 40 years, we've been Central Washington's trusted telecom provider, delivering fast internet and reliable phone service. Whether you're streaming the big game, video chatting with loved ones, or running your business smoothly, LocalTel has you covered. Join the LocalTel family today and enjoy the best connectivity in the region. Visit us at localtel.com to learn more.
Easton Brooks got the call out of the pen and got the punch-outs to end the top of the 7th inning. He left the bases loaded, and we remain tied 4-4 heading into the bottom half of the 7th frame. It's John Hernandez heading out for his 3rd inning of relief for the Lefties, and he's going to be drawing Kanoa Morisaki, Noah Fields, and James Castanola, his 3 guaranteed Sox here in the final third of this ball game.
You know, the Sox, you just wouldn't expect this game to be tied. And yesterday was close 2-0, now tied 4-4 today. Take a look at their last series. 20-1 was game 1, 10-3 the second game. Last game was close 5-3 there. But it's kind of a whole different story in this series at home.
That's the Honolulu kid, Morisaki, climbing into the left-hand batter's box. Switch hitter. He's been batting from the left side all day today. All been righties out of the pen for the Lefties. Ironic is that. First pitch to Morisaki. He takes away, and it just paints the outside edge for a strike. And much to Morisaki's chagrin, gave a grin to the home plate umpire, Rentschler. Didn't agree with the call. 0-1 the count with no outs, no one on. Hernandez, the offering. And Morisaki swings at the breaking ball and hits a little foul squibber right to Quincy Vassar at the AppleSox dugouts. And Morisaki 0-2 today. Ground out in the 2nd. Double play in the 3rd, and then drew a walk in the 5th. Of course, was stranded at 3rd. That was the inning where the Sox left the bases loaded. Tied up here 4-4, bottom of the 7th inning. Hernandez, the righty, kicks and deals. And that pitch is just downstairs for ball 1. Good take from Morisaki.
And Saki, just a rough day for him, Pierre ground out one on a double play. Had a walk, though, was left stranded there in that 5th inning where they left the bases loaded.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Hernandez hunting the punch-outs. And Morisaki will foul this off his body. And count stays put, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody on, no outs here, bottom of the 7th. Morisaki leading off for the AppleSox. Hernandez, the right-hander on the mound, from the first base side of the rubber. Shakes off catcher. Now comes Sets. Lifts and delivers. Morisaki smokes this on the ground. Huey at first dives to smother it. Flips to Hernandez at the bag. They got the out. What a play from Huey.
What a play there indeed, Smith. I mean, diving all the way in a great toss on the knees to retire Saki and just right on the chest of Hernandez as he covers.
And, of course, Huey coming into this game in place of Caden Young, who was leveled at the plates. Of course, Botanko taking over behind the plates and Huey taking over at first base. Now it's Noah Fields up for the Sox. Pitch to him. He smokes this on a line through the 6-hole into left field. A one-out single, and that is the first hit of the summer for Noah Fields.
He's having a good day today. 2 runs scored off a hit by pitch and a walk. Did have a line out earlier, but, you know, that nearly was a double off the wall, but just great fielding took it away from him.
That brings up James Castanola with 1 out and 1 runner on. Sox need as much traffic as they can get. And they got one on at the moment. Hernandez comes set. Right-hander delivering to Castanola. And that ball just misses the bottom rung. That's going to be ball 1. And Castanola 0 for 1 today. Did reach via the fielder's choice, but other than that, it's been tough sledding. 1-0 pitch to him. He takes upstairs, but it just tickles the top rung. That's strike 1.
Castanola, I mean, 307, batting above 300, 23 hits so far this season, 2 homers as well. He's having a great season.
And 1-1 count on him with 1 out and 1 runner on. Pitch from Hernandez. And he smokes this through the 7-hole, and it's into left field. The diving Smith can't make the play on it. It bumps Fields into seconds, and now the Sox have 2 runners on. Back-to-back hits here in the 7th.
You'd love to see that. I mean, this game is tied 4 apiece. You got to get some offensive production, and both Fields and Castanola coming up big here.
Now, you mentioned it, Castanola batting .307 this year. He has just been captain consistent for the AppleSox. Game after game, series after series, been able to show up in huge ways. Now it's Gage Wareham. As Botanko will go out to talk with Hernandez, calm him down here. Again, only 1 out in the 7th. Now 2 runners on after a pair of singles, 1 from Fields, 1 from Castanola, both through the left side into left field. So Smith at short's been just watching those 2 singles zip past him. Brings up Gage Wareham, who is having quite a day himself. He's reached every single time. RBI double in the 2nd, reached via fielder's choice in the 4th, came around to score, and then reached on error in the 5th. First pitch to him. And he takes this on the upper inside corner for a strike.
You know, Wareham reached every single time today, though he is 1 for 3. He got a double in the 2nd RBI on top of that, a fielder choice and run scored, then an error in his last AB.
0-1 count on him with 1 out. The pitch from Hernandez. That's downstairs. It spits away from Botanko, gets behind him, and now Fields trying to get into 3rd. The throw in, they got him. And Fields, a late decision to take off for 3rd. Botanko threw a dart to Traeger. He smacks the tag, and there's out number 2.
Yeah, good tag, just right on his foot. Nearly was able to avoid it. But again, Traeger just got down enough in time.
And Castanola made the wiser choice to stay put at first. So now 2 away, runner on first for the Sox. And Hernandez will pick off to the bag to check on Castanola. He's in safely. So an inning where the Sox looked like they might have grabbed the lead has now flipped on its head. 2 outs and just a runner on. Pitch from Hernandez. Wareham takes away, and that's right on the outside edge for strike 2.
Wareham just looking to keep this inning alive. And you got 2 outs. You had runners at first and second, and now kind of flip the script.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Castanola at first. Tie ball game 4-4 here in the 7th. Hernandez, the offering. Way high, way outside, even the count. And Wareham wants to come up clutch here. Tied up 4-4. Pair of home runs for the Lefties. Both out to left field are what got all 4 of their runs on the board. Hernandez, the right-hander, kicks and deals. Wareham shoots this up the middle to second. Muller's got it, flips to second just in time for the outs to retire the side as Castanola collided with Smith at the base. But that's it for the Sox. They get no runs off 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left stranded on the base path. So they are still tied 4-4 as we head to the 8th inning here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Foster parents provide the safety, love, and nurturing every child deserves. Many kids are just looking for someone to talk to have fun with, to share their life with. Interested in being a foster parent? Call K Connections at 888-2006. That's 888-2006. K Connections, enhancing the lives of those they serve at 2121 North Wenatchee Avenue.
Getting bored with the white walls in your house? Let Exterior Solutions and Alexandria Moldings brighten up your interior. Available in various sizes, Alexandria Moldings lends to great project ideas. Use them to build up beautiful moldings, design wall and ceiling panels, and practical shelves. They can also revive your staircases to their natural shine. Exterior Solutions can help you find just what you need. Alexandria Moldings at Exterior Solutions, 151st Street Southeast in East Wenatchee.
The Loop Trail Cafe wish the AppleSox the best of success this season. Locally owned, the Loop Trail Cafe has a great menu for breakfast and lunch. Start your morning off with the local famous zombie or breakfast burrito and a cup of coffee or tea. During the hot summer, you'll find ice cream cones. Get a scoop on the Loop. The Loop Trail Cafe, across from the splash pad in the Riverfront Center building at 1 5th Street, Suite 160 in Wenatchee.
Man, the Sox got some traffic on there in the bottom of the 7th inning, but tripped over their own feet. End up scoreless, and we remain tied 4-4 heading into the top of the 8th inning. Easton Brooks still on the mound for the Sox, and he'll be drawing Jed Staines, Traeger, Noah Batenko, and Sam Matisich, who has one of the home runs for the Lefties today, as does Batenko, that 3-run home run back in the 6th to tie up the game. As Traeger digs in from the right side, Brooks, the right-hander on the mound, takes a deep breath, steps back, winds, and delivers. Batenko goes after, Traeger goes after it, hits it high, and hits it foul.
You just need to get some quick, efficient, easy outs here because it tied 4-4 so far, and you hate to see this go to extra innings.
0-1 count on Traeger, the kid from Seattle, playing with the Lefties this summer. Brooks finally agrees on a pitch. From the windup, here's the 0-1. Shot through the 4-hole into right field. It'll trickle its way to Fields, and Traeger, a bit of a loud single off his barrel.
A pretty good day for him so far. 2 for 4 pair of singles, and yesterday, first pitch swinging, picked up his first hit in a Lefties uniform with a double there.
That's the 6th quality at-bat for the Lefties today. They haven't had a whole lot of them, but when they've been getting quality at-bats, it's been timely with runners on to be able to score runs. Of course, that 3-run home run from Batenko and the solo home run from Matisich. That brings up Batenko, who is, I'm safe to say, hot today. 1 for 3 with that 3-run shot to left field. 372 feet over that left field wall. As Brooks checks in on Traeger at first, and now delivers to Batenko. He swings and misses on the fastball, center cut at 91, a challenge pitch from Brooks.
And both those pitches came off of Sato's slider. I mean, they were on it today. You wonder if he was tipping it somehow or he just hung it a couple of times. Something was going on there.
And Brooks throwing a little harder than Sato, running it up to the mid to low 90s. As he fires the 0-1 now to Batenko. Another swing and a miss. This one fouled back to Morisaki's glove. And another fastball. Brooks just muscling it past Batenko.
I love how he's doing that. Just giving him his best stuff. Not dancing around him. Not trying to do anything too crazy. Just giving him, hey, take my best stuff. I'm going to blow it past you.
He's got an 0-2 count on him. Can he get the strikeout on 3 straight pitches? And this offering is just downstairs. Good take. And it's a 1-ball, 2-strike counts.
Like that pitch there after going 2 straight fastballs, change up below the knees. Just mix it up, reset it, reset his eyes, and now you can do something crafty here.
1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs, and a runner on first. Tie ball game here in the 8th. Brooks, the offering on Batenko. Towering fly ball to left field. Young at the warning track, plants his feet, and makes the catch. The ballpark holds that one. There's one away here in the 8th.
You hold your breath there. That's some deja vu off the bat of Batenko. He has the power for it, and man, thankfully this Paul Thomas Senior Stadium, not exactly friendly to pull hitters who want to hit it over the left field wall.
Now it's Sam Matsich, who is 1 for 3 today with that solo shot in the 5th to put the Lefties on the board for the first time in this series. Brooks from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And he goes to the breaking ball and plops it in for a strike.
Madison's another guy who had a home run today. That came in the 5th. Leadoff knock there on the first pitch.
0-1 count on him with 1 out, 1 runner on. That's Traeger at first with the leadoff single to start this frame. Brooks, the offering to Matisich. He swings and misses on the fastball upstairs. 91 from Brooks, and Matisich just can't catch up to it.
Just getting a little fastball happy. Their eyes get big, seeing a high fastball, and you try and go yard on that. And, of course, that's going to help Brooks more than it would Matisich.
Another quick 0-2 count with 1 out and 1 runner on. Brooks looking for the punch-out. And Matisich fends this off, sends it to the basketball courts, and the count stays at, no balls, 2 strikes.
Brooks, really important spot here. Don't want to see this inning get any further as, we're tied 4-4. One of these bats are going to heat up soon enough, and the question is who?
Brooks wants to sit Matisich down for out number 2. Here's the pitch. Got him looking on the outside edge. The breaking ball fooled Matisich, and that's out number 2.
Yeah, beautiful pitch there after, a lot of fastballs. Now the breaking ball, it just paints the outer half beautifully. And a great pitch sequence by Easton Brooks.
And a second strikeout tonight for Brooks. Froze Matisich there with the breaking ball. And now 2 away for George Smith with a runner on. This game's still tied up 4-4 here in the 8th. Brooks, the breath, and now the offering. That's low and inside right past Smith's toes for ball 1. One ball, no strikes on Smith. Batting from the right side. Brooks pitching from the right side, working from the third base side of the rubber. Here's the offering. Lined high in the air to center field, but shallow as Doyle comes way in, loses the hat as he makes the catch to retire the side. Lefties. And they get no runs off 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left out on the base pass. We remain tied heading to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Sox want to take the lead. Let's see if they do when we come back on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Your official radio station for the Wenatchee AppleSox is Sunny FM, KCSY Twist, the greatest hits of all time.
Summer starts with membership at the Rack. Pack your calendar with camp, rack, swim, and tennis lessons, summer swim team, indoor and outdoor pickleball, tennis tournaments, play programs, and so much more. It is so easy and fun for the whole family to stay active and fit all summer long when you join the Rack. Summer classes and camps are filling fast, so don't delay. Call the Rack today. That's Wenatchee Racket and Athletic Club, or use the Rack app for program registration. See all the details at rack.org or call 662-3544. The Rack, where we play every day.
Link Transit is your free, clean, and safe ride to where you need to go. Whether you need to go to work, school, run errands, or taking a day trip to Leavenworth or Chelan, Link can take you there. Save gas and don't worry about parking. Plan your trip with Google Maps, Apple Maps, or the Transit app. Skip the fuss. Take the bus with Link Transit.
Come experience the Tap Room by Hellbent Brewing at Pybus Public Market, your family-friendly destination for exceptional craft beer, great food, and a welcoming atmosphere. With 20 rotating taps featuring Hellbent craft brews and local ciders, plus a full bar and local wine list, there's something for everyone. Their chef-driven seasonal menu showcases the freshest local ingredients with bold American and Pan-Asian flavors in every dish. Open daily, visit the Tap Room by Hellbent Brewing and embark on a flavor-filled journey right in the heart of the Wenatchee Valley.
Now Easton Brooks able to strand a leadoff single there in the top of the 8th inning. Now into the bottom half of the frame. It's going to be Bryce Hampton, then Zach Doyle and Aiden Lopez due up for the Sox. Hernandez still on the mound for the Lefties into his 4th inning of relief. Lefties trying to really lean on their righty relief man to carry them across the finish line. We're still tied 4-4. This game closer than Sox fans would have hoped or would have expected. As Hernandez from the stretch with no one on. His first pitch to Bryce Hampton. It's grounded hard up the middle, but right at Moeller, just a few steps off second as he gathers it and throws to first for the first down of the inning.
That could have been a base hit, Smith, but a hard ground ball off the mound. Just one takes off all the speed that was on it and just kicks it up for an easy hop for Moeller and an easy throw to first for the first out.
Brings up Zach Doyle with one away and no one on. Blank canvas here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Doyle reaching base back in the 4th with a hit by pitch, and then via an error in the 6th, and extends his on-base streak to 14 games. So Doyle yet to have a game where he hasn't reached base. And his first offering is on the lower outside corner right there for a strike.
The Sox need to get their bats going here. I mean, you're tied 4-4, and the Lefties are out hitting you 9-6.
Well, plate umpire Rentschler will call time. Try and force Hernandez to slow down a bit. He's been quick pitching, basically. As Hernandez gets his signs from the Batenko behind the plates. Now comes set and delivers the pitch to Doyle, and he hits this straight back, straight foul.
And Doyle, good at bat here, as he's still hitless today. You don't see that much from him, like you said, Smith. And, you know, hopefully this is a guy who delivers. He's done it in the past. Hopefully can do it now.
And he's in the hole now. Does he put down the shovel? Let's find out. Hernandez, the pitch. High and away. Good take for ball 1. That's a 1 ball, 2 strikes. No one on. And 1 away here in the 8th. Late in this game, we're still tied 4-4. Sox, they want to secure the series win tonight. 1-2 pitch. And misses away, ball 2. And 85 miles an hour on the fastball from Hernandez. Not blowing you away by any means, as opposed to the fastball from Brooks, who we saw from the Sox. And 2-2 count on Doyle. Looking to stay alive, to be a pest. Hernandez's pitch. And Doyle fends this off through his legs, foul, and keeps the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, it's, you know, honestly, Hernandez has been a star player for the Lefties today. Honestly, their MVP. You know, Sprague, 2 runs given up, and Winkley, another one of his own, but Hernandez has handled the Sox so far.
As again, the home plate umpire Rentschler talking to Hernandez, and they will award a pitch clock violation, basically, to the Sox. That's going to fill the count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Hernandez, obviously, a bit of a blunder there, and now the count is full. On Doyle, batting from the left side. Hernandez doesn't want him to wiggle off the hook. The payoff pitch. Low ball 4, and that's going to put a runner on for the Sox here late in game 2.
And Doyle, a really fast guy. This guy can do some damage on the base paths. Of course, the man who you miss right now is Kai McGarry. You got Kai McGarry, you OB at first base. You know he's stealing second and could score off a hit to the outfield. But Doyle just as fast as well. Maybe see some action here with Aiden Lopez now coming to the plate.
Yeah, 3 stolen bases for Zach Doyle so far this year. Looking for 4. And, of course, Hernandez picking off really quickly there to first. Making sure to keep Doyle as close to first base as he can. As Lopez climbs in, another left-handed batter facing off against the right-hander Hernandez on the mound. Now again, pick off to first. Doyle having a large lead there. He kicks up some dirt as he dives back in.
You got to be aggressive, but you also can't be risky.
He's got to get a good jump if he wants to swipe seconds. Another pickoff attempt, and again, Doyle in safely.
It's all about finding that line right there. I think he's in a good spot right now. He might have another half a step.
Lopez still awaiting his first pitch from Hernandez. The right-hander kicks and deals. There goes Doyle. Lopez grounds this through the right side and into right field. Doyle hits second. He's on his way to third. The stop sign there. The Sox have him on the corners. Wow.
A beautiful hit and run call there. And, man, Doyle with the speed, a great jump. He had it. And he would have had a stolen base anyways, but a great hit placed just through the 4-hole. Puts him over at third.
And the pitching coach for the Lefties senses the tribulations brewing here in the 8th inning and will go out to talk to Hernandez. As they point down to the bullpen, and looks like that is it for Hernandez. As he hands off the rock to his pitching coach, fist bumps his counterparts on the mound, and will now walk back to the dugout. So we will find out who this new pitcher is for the Lefties when we come back here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
When saying goodbye feels overwhelming, Brookside Funeral Home is by your side. The Moeller family and our staff, now serving the Wenatchee Valley with the same award-winning compassion and dedication we have shared for years as an independent, locally owned funeral home. Brookside Funeral Home, helping you honor life and celebrate memories. Brookside Funeral Home, here for you when it matters most. Learn more at brooksidefuneral.com.
When you need prescriptions filled, visit Wenatchee Clinic Pharmacy. Locally owned and in business since 1945, Wenatchee Clinic Pharmacy is your friendly Health Mart pharmacy ready to serve you. They've made it their goal to meet the special health care needs of families throughout North Central Washington. Stop in or use their convenient drive-thru to get all your questions answered and prescriptions filled. Wenatchee Clinic Pharmacy, 509-662-5801 and at 820 North Chelan.
Have you ever thought about how much you're on your feet? A comfortable pair of boots can make a real difference. If you've had a hard time finding a good pair of boots, visit Neil's Boots, Shoes and Repair, where you'll find a good selection of Danner boots, including Light 2s, Vicious, and Radical 453s. They also carry Smoke Jumper and Hawthorne white boots. Neil's Boots, Shoes and Repair, 811 South Wenatchee Avenue.
Hats off to John Hernandez. He goes 4 innings of relief here in Game 2, allowing no runs off of 3 hits, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts as well. And now his day is done. He'll hand it off for Dom Miller, the right-handed pitcher, the freshman out of Redmond, Washington, my hometown. He'll handle the Sox here in the 8th. Only 1 away, and the runners on the corners. You got Doyle at third and Lopez at first. If there was a time to strike, it'll be now.
Indeed, Smith, and this is the perfect time. They're teed up perfectly. It's, first and third, only 1 out, a great hit and run play. Well, the AppleSox get all the momentum, and honestly, this pitching change kind of nips a little bit of that because they were rolling into that. The hit and run play put them at first and third. They were all hyped up, and now with this pitching change, it kind of stalls that for a moment. But you are bringing up some great batters in Ryder Young and Landon White, both Bulldogs.
Who better to have up in this spot than your beer batter, Ryder Young, the low rider. A single back in the first, and that's the only hit he's got today. So beer just $1 off. A clutch hit here. Knock some more off of fans' beer here at Paul Thomas. Miller, the pitch to Young. He takes upstairs for a ball. And Don Miller from Redmond, Washington, played high school club ball for the Washington A's, who I played against during my high school days. Familiar foe, as Miller will pick off to first, and Lopez just falls back onto the base.
The good old days.
The glory days, basically. As Doyle dancing around at third, gaining an aggressive lead. As is Lopez at first. 1-0 count on Young. Miller. Here's the pitch. And he paints the outside edge perfectly for a strike. And Miller with that sidearm release, similar to Clint Beck on the AppleSox. Even count on Ryder Young, 1-1 with 1 out here. Bottom of the 8th inning. We're tied 4-4. Go-ahead run just 90 feet away for the Sox. Miller picks off to first. Again, Lopez just falls right back onto the base.
Some natural run with his fastball on all other pitches because of that arm motion. And Clinton Beck been lethal with that all season long, and we'll see if Miller can recreate his success.
Pitch on the way to Ryder Young. And he hits this straight up, straight back. The catcher, Patenko, underneath it. It hits off the netting, stays in the fields. No catch, and the count is now 1-2.
Sox got a huge break there. If that ended up, coming fruitful for the Lefties, it'd be 2 outs, runners at first and third. And that'd be terrible. All the Sox need is a fly ball, even a line drive to right field. That's going to score Ryder Young. Zach Doyle, who's over at third.
And Ryder Young in a bit of a sticky situation here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 away. Lopez at first, Doyle at third. Runners in the corners. Doyle the go-ahead run at third. Young wanting to give the Sox the lead. The pitch to him. Swings and misses. 76 miles an hour right down the guts. And Ryder Young definitely frustrated with himself after that.
Yeah, tough play there. I mean, you hate to strike out in that situation, but now you got Landon White. an all-star who's proven himself time after time again. He's, not a walk-off situation here, but 2 times he's walked it off, so he does have the clutch factor.
They've leaned on him all summer, and they'll lean on him again here in the clutch. As Patenko calls time, goes out to talk to Miller, who came in relief of Hernandez, who started out this frame and got into some trouble. 2 runners on, who are now on the corners. Doyle at third and Lopez at first. 2 away here, bottom of the 8th, still tied up 4-4. This game really coming down to the wire. Yesterday's game was not quite this tight. It was 2-0. The Sox shut out the Lefties to get a win in the first game of the series. Here in game 2 of the series versus the Lefties.
Port Angeles only had 5 hits yesterday, now with 9, which ties the Sox for the amount of hits they had yesterday.
White still awaiting his first pitch from Miller. Here it is. He hits this off the plate, but it bounces back foul. Count goes 0-1. And a lot on the line for the Sox here today. If they were to win this game, it would be their 13th series win of the season and their 5th straight to start out this second half of the year. No balls, 1 strike on Whites. Miller from the stretch. Here's the offering. And White takes this in the turf, but Patenko had to drop to the knees to keep it in front. That's first ball of the at-bat. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, 2 runners on for the Sox on the corners. Doyle at third, 90 feet away from giving the Sox the lead. White wants to get it done with a 1-1 count. The pitch from Miller. And White gets this on the end of the bat, fouls it off. And now the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got to do the job here. It's a 1-2 count. Close here. Battle. Find the pitch. Lay off some spin.
Sox need to get the job done late in this game. Bottom of the 8th. They're tied up. Go ahead, run. Just 90 feet away. Whites wants to do it. Here's the offering. On the hands. Fouled off. And Landon Whites with some second life.
Good. That's all you got to do there. I mean, that pitch, it's close enough on 2 strikes. You got to foul it off. You don't have to clobber that ball. It's not even a pitch where you can do that with. But all pitches that are close, you got to swing at.
No better time for a quality at-bat than right here for Landon Whites. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 away. Miller wants to end the inning. White wants to give the Sox the lead. The pitch. Slaps it the opposite way, high down the line, and foul as it bounces off the Port Angeles bullpen and into the Knights.
He's leveling out his swing now. You can see he's starting to straighten it up, see what he can do here. He's starting to see enough pitches from Miller now where he's picked up his rhythm and sequence.
All 762 Sox fans in attendance tonight, getting as loud as they can. Ball and 2 strikes on Whites, 2 outs, tied up to give the Sox the lead. That pitch high and outside evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Whites.
Everybody clap your hands.
White, your cleanup batter for a reason today. I mean, this guy has been clutch all season. 23 RBIs, 2 homers, most hits on the team with 34. This is a guy you need at the plate.
Need him to come up big right here when it matters most. The pitch from Miller. Line drive up the middle, right to Moeller at second. It floated to his glove for the final out of the frame, and the Sox leave the go-ahead run at third base. No runs off 1 hit, no errors. 2 men left out on the base paths as we head to the top of the 9th inning. Sox need to sit down the side and get back to their bats if they want to win. Easton Brooks still on the mound when we come back here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
AppleSox fans, if a foul ball leaves your car with a rock chip or broken windshield, take it to Discount Auto Glass. Locally owned, Discount Auto Glass specializes in rock chip repair, windshield replacement, mobile service, window tinting, and calibration service on all makes and models. Get your rock chip repaired at Discount Auto Glass, 888-0072 and at 901 Valley Mall Parkway in East Wenatchee, across from 7-Eleven.
Hi, this is Jeff Rounds, president of Lipke Insurance. Accidents can happen to anyone at any time without warning. At Lipke Insurance, our goal is to provide help before you need it. The right protection, competitive rates, and caring professionals. That's value. That's Lipke Insurance. Don't be caught without the right protection. Peace of mind is just a call or click away. Let's talk today.
Lipke Insurance. Call 888-902-1800. Online at lipke.com.
Hop into my Chevy. We're gonna take a ride. We're going down to Easy's Burgers where the food is dynamite. Easy's Burgers. Easy's Burgers. Oh, yeah. Fast, friendly, and delicious. They really do it right. Serving up those burgers every day and every night. Big kids, little kids, mom and dad too. Easy's Burgers. Made fresh for you.
That was beautiful. The Sox were 90 feet away from getting the lead in the bottom of the 8th inning, but they leave. Runners on the corners. Now is at the top of the 9th. White Moeller leads off for the Lefties. Brooks still on the mound for the Sox. The right-hander winds and delivers. And Moeller goes after it, fouls it off to the right left field side into the parking lots.
Yeah, Moeller pretty unsuccessful today. 0 for 3, 2 Ks. The guy you want to start off the 9th with.
Brooks wanting to sit down the side in order if he can and get the Sox back up to the plates. 0-1 pitch to Moeller. He puts that right on the bottom rung for a strike. Perfect placement from Brooks.
Yeah, beautifully painted. He's just been painting the corners all day with that fastball riding at 91.
0-2 count. Brooks for a quick strikeout. Takes the breath. Can he get it? And he skips this one in the turf. Morisaki keeps it in front. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 the count on Moeller. The incoming freshman heading to St. Mary's next spring. 36th ranked shortstop in California. His 1-2 delivery from Brooks. Runs just a hair outside the 2 seam. Gets away from Brooks. Even count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. No one on and no one out here. Top of the 9th inning in game 2 of this series. We're tied up 4-4 as Brooks takes the breath and now pitches. Swing and a miss. The fastball spins Moeller around, and that's how the top of the 9th starts, with a swinging K.
Now batting, left fielder, number 16, Will Feltis.
Flips over the lineup card for Will Feltis, who is 0 for 3 today. Ground out in the first, pop out in the second, ground out in the 6th, and did reach via fielder's choice later on. With 1 out, no one on, his first pitch. And he fouls it off straight back to the netting. 0-1 the count.
Yeah, great start to the 9th for Easton. Brooks loved that strikeout there. Now facing Will Feltis, who, 0 for 4 today. Not a great day for him either. And Brooks needs to get these 2 outs and get back to the AppleSox's bats. They cannot go into extras.
0-1 count on Feltis. Brooks steps back, winds, fires. Painted on the outside edge, strike 2.
Great pitch. I mean, he's been thriving all day with that fastball on that lower half right at the knees. These lefties batters just do not like that.
0-2 count. Brooks for his 4th strikeout tonight. And this is grounded right to Hampton at short on a few skips. He grabs it, throws to first just in the nick of time for out number 2.
Efficient there. That's the name of the game. That's all Brooks needs. Efficiency, efficiency, efficiency. We'll keep on saying it, but that's all they have to do. They don't need to hunt a strikeout every single play. Just get the quick 3 outs, go to your bats, and hopefully tally 1 run.
Brooks wants to face the minimum. He's got Garrett Patterson now with a blank canvas and 2 outs, top of the 9th. We head to the bottom of the 9th. The Sox will have an opportunity to walk it off. Tied up here 4-4. Pitch from Brooks. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball. 80 from Brooks, and the count goes to 0-1.
11-mile-an-hour difference from the fastball to the breaking ball. Really effective pitch there. Now maybe he can go to a fastball at the knees.
0-1 count with 2 outs. The offering to Patterson. Center cut. He takes for a strike, and the count 0-2 quickly on Patterson.
He's gone to 0-2 on all 3 of these batters. Looking for another strikeout.
He could end the frame here to retire the side and face the minimum. Brooks' pitch. Spun him around as it bangs out of the glove of Morisaki. He grabs it, throws to first. There's the out. There's the inning. Brooks 3 up, 3 down with 2 Ks. How about that? The Sox are going to have the bats in the bottom of the ninth. Can they walk it off? Let's find out when we come back on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Batter up for a big milestone. A proud sponsor of today's game, the Salcedo Group of Companies, is celebrating 25 years of trusted HVAC, electrical, and development work in our valley. Beyond their expertise, Salcedo is hitting it out of the park with philanthropy, generously supporting over 70 nonprofits, churches, and schools across Chelan, Douglas, and Grant counties. They're proud to be locally grown and committed to keeping our valley a great place to call home. Thank you, Salcedo Group of Companies.
NCW.news is your source for accurate and intensely local news across North Central Washington. Part of Ward Media, an independent company committed to local journalism, NCW.news provides stories from our network-respected community newspapers. Stay informed with news from the Lake Chelan Mirror, Leavenworth Echo, Cashmere Valley Record, Quad City Herald, and Wenatchee Business Journal. With over 100 years recording the region's history, NCW.news and Ward Media keep communities engaged on the issues that matter most. Visit NCW.news for local news you can trust.
Your teenage years are full of unknowns. Your bank shouldn't be one of them. With People's Bank Teen Access Checking, account holders can build healthy money habits while learning to manage their spending. There are no monthly service charges, no balance requirements, and if the parent or guardian has an existing People's Bank account, adding Teen Access takes less than 10 minutes. You know your teen, we know banking. Teen Access Checking from People's Bank. Easy for them, easier for you. Member FDIC.
Easton Brooks faced the minimum, sat down the side in order in the top of the ninth. Now into the bottom half, who there's no one more due than Kanoa Morisaki, who leads off for the Sox. He's hitless today, and he couldn't be the spark that the Sox need to possibly walk off this game here in the bottom of the ninth.
And behind him, we got Noah Fields, who, is 2 of the AppleSox's 4 runs scored today and had a single behind him. So a hot bat to follow him up.
We're tied up here 4-4, bottom of the ninth. Sox looking for the series win tonight if they get the win. Would be 13 series wins this year, 5 straights here in the second half. On the mound, Miller, the right-hander, delivers. Inside, good spit by Morisaki, that's ball 1. We have a smaller crowd here today, 762 Sox fans packed into Paul Thomas. 1-0 count on Morisaki here in the bottom of the ninth. Pitch to him. He hits this high in the air to straightaway center field as Manasic gets called off by Feltis, who ranged all the way over to the left center gap. He makes the catch for out number 1.
Now batting, the right fielder.
Army Sam Moore took over for Feltis in left, and Feltis bumps over to second base in lieu of Moeller.
Now it's Noah Fields, a hot bat today in his first game back with the AppleSox. Hopefully can get something started here in the ninth.
1 away and no one on for Fields. Miller. First pitch to him. He hits this high in the air, shallow right field as Feltis at second drifts back, makes the catch quickly, 2 away here in the bottom of the ninth. And we're still tied 4-4. James Castanola now. If the Lefties are able to retire the side, we'll head to extras. That's something the Sox don't want to see here in Game 2 of the series versus the Lefties, who are dead last in the West Coast League North Division and the West Coast League as a whole. Pitch Castanola. Low and away for a ball.
Yeah, both those ABs, just not what you want, especially Fields' first pitch pop out. That's not ideal in this situation.
Anti-quads, as we might say. 1-0 count on Castanola. Miller, the breath, and the pitch. Center cut, taken for strike 1.
Castanola, he's got 2 home runs this season. Very consistent bat. Hopefully he can get on base here and extend the inning.
Well, one swing could end this game if he pokes one to left. 1-1 pitch to him. Swings out of his shoes, but a breaking ball away. That's going to make it a 1-ball, 2-strike counts.
And it's crazy to think the AppleSox could be headed to extras with the Port Angeles Lefties, who are last in the league at 10-28.
They want the series win. Want to get it tonight as soon as they can. 1-2 pitch to Castanola. Upstairs, ball 2 evens the counts.
The records are pretty much switched. You know, AppleSox 29-11, and then Port Angeles, like I said, 10-28. It's crazy.
Still tied up here, 4-4, bottom of the ninth. Nobody on and 2 outs. Castanola, you could say the last hope for the Sox here in this ninth frame. Miller, the pitch. Swing and a cut back to the glove of Batanko. The Sox go down with a whimper in the bottom of the ninth, and we are heading to extras here in Game 2 of the series. We'll be back on for the top of the 10th. Don't go anywhere. AppleSox baseball at nights here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Dr. Scott Bibbins Family Dentistry. Friendly, professional staff where they take care of all of your dentistry needs. Fillings, cleanings, root canals, crowns and bridges, orthodontic appliance therapy, oral surgery, and dental implants. Complete dentistry for the whole family, where their experienced staff takes pride in offering comfortable care in a relaxed atmosphere and strive to exceed your expectations. Dr. Scott Bibbins Family Dentistry, now at their new home at 445 Mission Street, across from Banner Bank in Wenatchee. The convenient parking off Mission and 5th Street.
Since 1977, Hagelin's Trophies has provided North Central Washington with the best in awards. Capture those special memories with a trophy, plaque, or award from Hagelin's Trophies. They also engrave name badges, desk and wall signs, and can customize your badges, signs, and awards with your logo on their laser engraving system. If you need promotional items, they can help there too. Hagelin's Trophies, 123 North Chelan in Wenatchee, and at Hagelin'sTrophies.com.
Discover what Premier Senior Living is all about at Blossom Valley Assisted Living and Blossom Creek Memory Care in beautiful Wenatchee. Blossom Valley Assisted Living and Blossom Creek Memory Care communities provide seniors with a stress-free style of living that enhances the mind, body, and spirit. There's always so much going on, from shopping trips to gardening to fitness activities. Plus, you can enjoy peace of mind knowing that trained care staff are present 24/7. Schedule a private tour experience at Blossom Valley and Blossom Creek.
If your blood pressure isn't spiking right now, well, you must not have a pulse. We are into extras, top of the 10th, still tied 4-4. AppleSox taking on the Lefties on the play-by-play for the top of the 10th. Who else but Jackson Dodd?
Thanks, Smith. You know, man, this game, not exactly what you thought. You know, tied 4-4. Game 2, the Sox looking for their 13th series win in their 5th straight, have just been unable to get it done. So extra inning rules, runners are at first and second. Infield's in. The first batter is Toma Holden. Brooks checks over to second, but does not fire over. Almost still waiting for the first offering. So Sox looking for 2-ball here. And get runners first and second. The corners are in. Infield's back. Garrett Patterson at first and Will Feltis over at second base. Brooks set, fires, bunt, put down, first base side. White gloves it. Tries to go to third. He holds back and instead goes to first and just barely gets it in the nick of time. The Lefties' whole entire dugout disagrees. Lance Craig and JT Renscheffer going to have a conversation. It was close.
Very close. I mean, bang, bang, because Landon White's just a bit of miscommunication there. You know, he thought about going to third. Realized he was not going to get the throw off in time, so had to plant the foot, you know, stop on a dime, throw to first. The call is confirmed. He is, in fact, out. But close play, I mean, you can see why the head coach for the Lefties is going to try and argue this, because at this stage of the game, tied up 4-4 in the top of the 10th, I mean, every run, every out, everything is important.
Yeah, so again, Feltis moves up to third base, and Patterson's now on second. And the head coach for the Lefties, not happy with the call. It looked like White's throw beat him by maybe a step, an inch. It was close.
I mean, when we say it's bang, bang, we say it's about as close as you can possibly get. This is the one that they send to New York if you're in the MLB, right? Say, like, oh, we're going to send it to New York, and they're going to confirm it, or the call stands, you know, there. But we don't have that here.
No.
You know, the West Coast League doesn't have that in the budget. So they have to go off of Craig and Rentschler having the conversation. And does not go Port Angeles' way. One away and runners on second and third.
Still having words for now the home plate ump. Finally going to call it quits. As here's Nathan Huey. Runners at second and third, one out. Brooks, set. Fires the first offering. Breaking ball, called strike.
First baseman, number 34.
Now with the bunt, the, of course, force out is out of question. All the lefties need is a ball to the outfield to break up this tie. Brooks is 0-1. Huey swings through it. And the count's 0-2.
How impressive has Brooks been? I mean, came in the 7th, able to get out of a jam. Came in the 8th, able to hang a scoreless frame. And then sat down the side in order in the 9th. He has just been fun to watch.
The 0-2 pitch from Brooks. Deflected foul into the netting. And the Sox are backing Brooks as well. There's nobody warming up in their bullpen if there's a question of the 11th. No balls and 2 strikes. Corners are in. Middle infield back. The 0-2. Fastball's just a hair outside, ball 1.
I know crowd doesn't love that call. Only 762 Sox fans here tonight. Bit of a lighter crowd for game 2. I don't blame them with the smoke kind of making it hard to enjoy a baseball game.
There's around 100 as well at the start of game time. It's nice now. The 1-2 pitch from Brooks. Breaking ball and the dirt. He does not chase. A good eye. And the count's even at 2s.
And Brooks, with 2 strikes on Huey, is not attacking the zone. He's kind of dancing around it, and that's why the count has now moved to 2-2.
He just needs to go after him. No need to dance around. The 2-2 pitch, fastball, buried in the dirt. Counts full.
You'll hear a lot of the AppleSox pitchers, including the pitching coach, Quincy Vassar, talk a lot about attacking the zone and being aggressive, not being afraid to throw in the strike zone.
And Brooks was, on the start of this at-bat, and now he's just trying to do a little too much. The payoff pitch, fastball, swing and a miss. Easton Brooks delivers with the second out here in the 10th.
The lefties have had no answer for Brooks' heater. He has just been blowing it past them, batter after batter, strikeout after strikeout.
Here's Jed Stange Traeger. He is 2 for 4 today in a pair of singles. He is the lefty's last hope here in the 10th. Runners at second and third and 2 outs. Infield's back, looking to keep the ball in the infield. First offering, swing and a miss on the breaking ball. Brooks going with the first pitch curveball.
Just throwing them off. You've been throwing heaters basically all night, and you remind them, hey, I also got the curve.
No balls, 1 strike. His fastball still riding, around 90, 92, around there. Brooks is 0-1. Curveball in the dirt, ball 1. Again, I think the fastball is what he needs to, really work with. I understand they've seen his fastball a lot and trying to mix up the curveball, but fastball's been working. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners second and third with 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Easton Brooks. Fastball just low a hair, and the count is 2-1.
Now the go-ahead run for the lefties just 90 feet away. You got 2 outs, though. Ground ball gets you out. Fly ball gets you out. Punch out gets you out.
You just need 1 out, 2 strikes on top of that. Brooks looking to get the job done. The pitch. Fastball's low. Ball 3.
Close pitch. Bottom of the zone and just can't quite tick the corner.
It's a hard call there, and the AppleSox fans letting the home plate ump know it. Runners second and third, 2 outs. 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. He lost his bat. Ooh.
There's no better way to sum up the fastball for Brooks. I mean, just making these guys look silly.
Yeah.
He's just not looking great when he throws the heater. He's got to stay with it. If he can just blow the heater past him, he can get to the bottom of the 10th.
Literally swung out of his shoes there. He throws it all the way towards the backstop. So now it's a full count. Still not out of the doghouse yet. Runners second and third. Crowd trying to give some good energy. Brooks takes a pause. And the payoff pitch. Chopped. Third base side. Casanova takes it on the hop and eats him up. Hampton tries to go in and tags the runner. However, the run's going to score. They get the out. with the Lefties lead going into the bottom of the 10th. 5-4 here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Hi, folks. Kelly Herschel from Valley Tractor and Rentals, your one-stop Kubota shop. Kubota and Valley Tractor is keeping it simple. You want the best-selling compact tractor? Buy a Kubota. You want the best-selling compact excavator? Buy a Kubota. You want the best-selling compact skid steer? Buy a Kubota. You want the best-selling diesel zero-turn mower? Buy a Kubota. You want the best? Buy a Kubota. Kubota and Valley Tractor since 1948, Baker Flats, East Wenatchee.
Get drawn for Raceway Riches at 12 Tribes Casinos, and your horse will be a guaranteed winner. One lucky guest will be drawn every hour from 5 to 10 p.m. to watch their horse barrel down our Clinco Hill to win up to $5,000 every Friday and Saturday in July and August. Then on August 29th, get drawn for the finale to share in a total of $55,000 at 12 Tribes Omak Casino Hotel, Lake Chelan Casino, and Cooley Dam Casino. 12 Tribes Casinos. Far from the ordinary, close to the adventure. Gambling problem? Please play responsibly. Call 1-800-522-4700.
I have come to the conclusion that one useless man is called a disgrace, that two are called a law firm, and that three or more become a Congress. And by God, I have had this Congress.
250 years ago, the spark was lit, and a new America was forged in the flames. From the Numerica Performing Arts Center and Jamie Donegan Productions, Hot August Nights features Tony Award-winning musical 1776. July 31st through August 15th at the Numerica Pack. Tickets for 1776 now on sale at numericapack.org.
Gage Wareham leading off the bottom of the 10th. As the Lefties lead 5-4, they pick up a run. It was an error by James Castanola to let the runner reach on first, and with that, the runner was able to score. However, great backup by Bryce Hampton as the runner, Garrett Patterson, took a huge round third. He was able to dive and tag him to get the final out and get him out of the side, but of course, not without some damage done.
And the Sox, typically this year, have been in control of their own destiny. And now, down by a run in the bottom of the 10th inning, it's one of the first times this year you'll see them, with their backs against the wall.
So your runners, Noah Fields at second base and James Castanola over at first. Again, Wareham leads it off. 5-4 your score. Lefties lead. Wareham shows bunt all the way, first base crashing, and he pops it up towards the AppleSox dugout.
That's a pitch that ran inside on him. Almost looked like he could have hit on his left hand that was holding the bats and ends up fouling it off. But that's one of those ones where you just got to pull back and just take the ball.
Yeah, I understand wanting to get the bunt down, but also, if it's a ball, it's a ball. Let it go past you. No need to force it. You can't bunt on a bad pitch. Here's the 0-1. Bunt shown. Put down front of the pitcher. Miller gloves it, fires first to get the out there, but runners move to second and third. Job is done.
Quality at bat for Wareham. Moves him up, and now tying run at third. Walk-off run at second.
And now it's Raphael Dunn, a guy who's had, a day off and pretty much a quarter of a day off today. And a guy who, cliche, he gets the job done usually. Smith, you like that joke there?
Maybe.
But anyways, Dunn, one of the three hitters the Sox sent to the All-Star game, looking to deliver. Runners at second and third, one out. First pitch, outside ball one. And my one worry is could he be cold? Coming into this ball game, not playing, and now comes in, bottom of the 10th with one out. Hasn't really swung a lot today, if at all. The 1-0 pitch to Raphael Dunn. Outside, ball two. Dunn takes a breath. Really collecting himself. Can't blame him here. Big situation. Fields at third. Castanola at second base. 2-0 pitch. Well outside. Great snag by Patanko to keep it in. Count is 3-0.
I love the effort there from Tanko. Pitch outside, that gets past you, and Fields scores. Now, pressure is mounting on you. Well, one swing of the bat, though, could win this game for the Sox.
One swing of the bat indeed. Here's the 3-0 pitch to Dunn. Fastballs outside, ball four, bases loaded, top of the order.
To be honest, that's almost not exactly what you want for the Sox, because now force play at home makes it a little easier. You would have preferred that Dunn either gets the hits, but he'll take the walk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and now the pitching coach going to have a talk with Don Miller. As of course, this is a high-leverage situation, Smith. You got bases loaded, Fields third, Castanova second, Dunn over at first base. Dunn, a fast guy, but of course, all bases are occupied, so he can't really do much damage there. But of course, if he really needs to leg it out, he can. Your tying run is Fields over at third, Castanova over at second base is your go-ahead run, and Dunn is just there for emotional support, honestly, at the end of the day, because if Casanova comes across, then there's no need for Dunn to score either.
Yeah, Dunn there just for vanity, basically,
It kind of just builds the situation,
Exactly.
Runner second and third doesn't seem as big of a deal than bases loaded, so it kind of just adds maybe an extra ounce of pressure on Miller here as he's facing Zach Doyle. Doyle, one of the hottest bats of the AppleSox, leads the team in average batting .455. He's got 5 RBIs and 20 hits this season. Hitless today. Man, today's the time for him to come in clutch. And with that, Mitch Darlington going to call his runners in and have a conversation with them. And, Smith, with Doyle's situation, what do you see they're going to have him do?
Well, to be honest with you, left-handed batter, you have the excuse of being able to just pull the ball to right field, but I'd like to see Doyle shoot one to the left center gap. Go the opposite way. You're looking for a good pitch to hit the inside part of it and just hit it right to that alleyway. Because if you can get it to the gap, then you'll have Fields score, Casanova score, and then you're breaking out the Gatorade.
Yep.
And you win the series, you win game 2, you get your 13th series win of the year, your 5th straight series win here in the second half. The Sox had an 8 series win streak in the first half of the season that was snapped by Walla Walla at the very last series of the year. I mean, just kind of a bitter taste in your mouth to end it. Now you're sparking that kind of streak you had in the first half, and you want to get it right here. There's no better time right now for Doyle to come up big.
It's the man from UC Irvine, teammates with Castanova, your go-ahead run over at second base. Miller peers it and gets the sign from Pitanco. Takes a breath. First offering. High, ball 1. What's even worse for lefties is a walk. Then that ties it up, and bases will stay loaded with 1 out. So 1-0 count right now, 1 out on Zach Doyle. The anteater. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball's high, 2-0.
And a walk here would tie up the game. So you can take a walk.
Miller, the 4th arm the lefties have sent out today. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Done. Takes it off the plate, ball 3.
The discipline is unreal. Your heart rate is going. You want to get the swing, but might be settling for the walk here tied up.
Man, I know my heart is beating here, Smith. Everybody else in the ballpark holding their breaths. The 3-0 count. The pitch buried in the dirt. Ball 4. A run's going to score. We're tied 5-5 with 1 out in the 10th.
The Sox, man, they have a flair for the dramatic. And now, 90 feet away, Aiden Lopez coming up. He's got an RBI single earlier today, 2 hits. He can get his 3rd one right here, and perfect time for it.
Lopez now. Let's see what he can do. He's got 2 hits today. Infield comes in, trying to cut off a ground ball. First offering. Runs inside, but clips the inner half for a strike. Really good location there. It's the first strike in 9 pitches. Miller, the breath in the pitch. Outside, ball 1. Bases are loaded here. Casanova at third. Dunn over at second. And at first, it's Doyle. Lopez waves his bat, awaits the offering. He's crowding the inner half of the plate. 1-1 with Miller. Outside, ball 2.
Every pitch, the pressure just continues to grow. Like we said, walk-off run, Casanova there at third. Sox want it desperately.
2 balls and 1 strike with 1 out. Ball to the outfield gets the job done. scores James Casanova. We're tied 5-5 in the bottom of the 10th. 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Count is 2-2.
Everybody clap your hands.
You can't really afford a strikeout here. You got to put the ball in play. Hard ground ball honestly probably gets past these infielders. Looking for contact. Widen out your stance, choke up on the bat. Miller set at the belt. A 2-2 pitch to Lopez. He swings and shoots it off the hands. A line drive into the glove of Smith. And there's out number 2.
Unfortunate. Count on his hands and just lines it right to the shortstop. So now 2 outs and pressure even greater for Ryder Young.
Yeah, Young with 2 outs. Bases still loaded in the 10th. Tied 5 apiece. Lefties has still out-hit the AppleSox today, 9-7. Anticipation is building here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. Jackson Dot Smith's light habit had him this nail biter. First pitch to Young. High, ball 1. Just walking you through the situations, of course. You got 2 outs, so you got to get the job done, whether a single, a walk, or a hit by pitch brings in the walk-off run. The 1-0. Swing and chopped towards the AppleSox dugout. The count's 1-1. Probably could have laid off that pitch.
I mentioned it, there are quite a few ways the Sox to win this game. And Ryder Young, he can do all of them. But a hit would be the prettiest.
Just shy of 300 this spring with the Bulldogs at Gonzaga. Crowd behind Young. The 1-1 pitch. High and away. Ball 2. He's showing good discipline. Not chasing too high. And I just wonder what's going through Young's head in this at-bat. Trying to get the job done. Bases loaded. Tied. 5 apiece here in the 10th. A 2-1 pitch from Miller. Young swings through it. Strike 2.
Middle, 83 miles an hour. And that's the pitch you want to hit.
And that's the one. We'll see where Miller goes here now on Young. The 2-2 pitch to Ryder Young. He spoils it, slaps it foul. He stays alive.
Every pitch, every swing, and everyone here on the edge of their seats.
The AppleSox only have gone into extras once so far this season against the Kamloops Northpaws. They walked it off there in the 10th. 2-2 pitch. Inside, ball 3. A close take, but the right call at that.
A little close for comfort, but full count. Now it's a matter of who's going to give way first, Miller or Young.
Bases loaded. Full count with 2 outs tied, 5 apiece. Here comes the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. We're going to the 11th, folks. Sox leave the bases loaded, and Don Miller sits Ryder Young down. More here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
AppleSox fans, if a foul ball leaves your car with a rock chip or broken windshield, take it to Discount Auto Glass. Locally owned, Discount Auto Glass specializes in rock chip repair, windshield replacement, mobile service, window tinting, and calibration service on all makes and models. Get your rock chip repaired at Discount Auto Glass, 888-0072 and at 901 Valley Mall Parkway in East Wenatchee, across from 7-Eleven.
Hey, it's Stacy with the Floor Factory is Flooring America. Whether you're looking for a small project or a large one, from special order options to our large selection of in-stock, we can help you. From the latest color and style trends or to more of a classic style, we can help you. Carpet, hardwood, luxury vinyl, laminate, and even sheet vinyl. Come check out our newly updated showroom and our last chance bargain basement. They're great for do-it-yourself, or we have professional installation available too at 13 South Wenatchee Avenue. It's where friends send friends to the Floor Factory.
Need to rent a car? Remember Wenatchee Rental Cars. Locally owned and located near the airport, they offer after-hours pickup and returns are available. They rent European cars, SUVs, and 7-passenger vehicles, all equipped with all-wheel drive for safe driving. Book by calling 509-888-2397 or send a rental request at WenatcheeRentalCars.com. All vehicles are clean, dependable, and maintained by Eric's European and Asian Auto Repair.
Top of the 11th we are, and the tied 5 apiece. Jackson dot Smith's line for the play-by-play. Here's Smith.
Thank you, Jackson. Ryder Young struck out Sween to end the bottom of the 10th inning. The Sox were still able to tie it, so 5-5 heading into the top of the 11th. And this game just dragging on. Now 9:55 p.m. Game time was at 6:35 p.m. on the dot.
Number 26, Noah Bentanico.
As Noah Bentanico batting to lead off here in the 11th for the Lefties with 2 runners on. And of course, Traeger at first and Huey at second. Now the first pitch. Bentanico squares the bunt, but Brooks will spaghetti move over to second and check in on Huey.
Brooks still being backed by the AppleSox. There is nobody who is warming up in their bullpen.
Brooks set from the stretch. His pitch to Bentanico. Squares the bunt. Runs inside, hits him on the hands, pops it up in fair ground. Landon White grabs it, who is crashing, throws to first. Raphael Dunn covers there to get the outs. And they're going to call batter's interference as Bentanico collided with Morisaki immediately out of the box. He is out, and the runners have to return back to their bases.
Yeah, Saki, going straight to the ball, and you had Bentanico there kind of run out of his way, out of the baseline, to kind of nudge Saki out of the way and prevent him from catching that pop-up.
And wipes away the sacrifice bunt for Bentanico, so now 1 away. The runners not budging. And it's Matisic, who had the solo home run back in the 5th to start the scoring for the Lefties. Batting from the right side. 2 runners on. 1 away here. Top of the 11th. Brooks, the offering. Matisic takes this right down the guts for a strike. Now the Sox had the bases loaded there in the 10th inning. Just couldn't quite cash in. Now no one counts on Matisic. Brooks comes set from the belt buckle. The 0-1. Matisic takes it down the gut again. No balls, 2 strikes on him. Oh, 2 count. Matisic spins the bats. He does not want to go down with a whimper. 1 away here in the 11th. Brooks hunting the punch outs. And this is cut back foul to the netting, and Matisic lives to see another pitch. And Matisic tagged his home run 389 feet over the left field wall back in the 5th. And then, of course, Bentanico had the 3-run shot in the 6th to tie up the game 4 apiece. Now we're tied 5 apiece in the top of the 11th inning. Brooks, again the 0-2. Upstairs, a good take by Matisic, and the count moves to 1-2.
Yeah, hitters kind of at a disadvantage here. You get a 1-2 count. Brooks still in the driver's seat looking for a K.
And there's 1 away and 2 runners on. Huey at second, Traeger at first. Matisic at the plates. Behind in the count. Brooks looking for strikeout number 6. The pitch. And this is fouled off, and again, Matisic able to stay alive.
He struck out looking at his last AB. Hopefully Brooks can get the same outcome in here.
Now Brooks, one of the longest outings of relief we've seen this year. That's pitch number 44. He has been taxed here by these Lefties hitters. Still 1-2 count. And again, Brooks for the strikeouts. And again, Matisic able to fend it off. He is just being a pest with 2 strikes.
That's what you want. If you're Lefties, this is what you want on your batter. With 1 out runners at first and second, you want to be a pest. You don't want to swing at the first pitch.
And now Quincy Vassar is going to call time and go talk to Easton Brooks. And no one warming up in the bullpen for the AppleSox. They have full confidence in Brooks to get him out of this game. Well, of course, Vassar just going out to have a little chat with him. On second base, it's Huey. Traeger's at first. Masic at the plate with one away here in the top of the 11th inning. We're tied up 5-5. This game just making your blood boil a little bit if you're a Sox fan.
I mean, you never thought that was to happen coming into this ball game. And we kind of joke about it, too, on the hottest day of the year so far, at least for the AppleSox, and one of the smokiest as well. We go into extra innings till the 11th. But it's been a great game so far. I mean, you didn't expect it because, of course, the AppleSox and Lefties, kind of tale of two teams, the number 1 and the number 16th. But it's a great ball game, and that's what you ask.
Wes Lynch is going to pinch run for Huey at second base. Still 1-2 counts on Matisic. Night sky swallowing up the skyline here in Wenatchee, 85 degrees. Late in this game, top of the 11th. Brooks, the 1-2 again to Matisic. Outside, and it just misses for ball 2 to the chagrin of everyone here at Paul Thomas.
A close take there. That was the right call, but man, that was close.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away, top of the 11th. Brooks has got 5 strikeouts tonight. Wants number 6. The pitch to Matisic. In the dirt, he spits on it, and that fills the count.
You can't afford a walk here either. I mean, you can't give the Lefties any more hope than they have.
Brooks is yet to allow a walk in his outing. Doesn't want to start now. Full count on Matisic. 2 runners on. Lynch at second. Traeger at first. Brooks from the stretch. Checks to second. The payoff. Swing and a miss. The slider spins Matisic around. The 6th strikeout tonight for Brooks. And the Lefties are down to their last outs.
Brooks, like you said, Smith, longest outing in relief. 6 strikeouts. He has been dominant, not let up a single run, except for, of course, the one that was the walk. But besides that, there's not much he can do on top of that.
George Smith now for the Lefties. Essentially their last hope here in the top of the 11th. The Sox want to sit him down and get back to their bats. First pitch on the way to Smith. Waves and misses on another breaking ball. 0-1 the count.
If you can hold the Lefties here, you have to go to your bats in the bottom of the 11th and get a run.
2 away and 2 on. Lynch at second. Traeger at first. We're tied 5-5 in the 11th. Brooks. The 0-1. Wave and a miss again. The fastball this time right down the middle. And Brooks has got him right where he wants him.
You need to get a run in the bottom of the 11th because you can't let Brooks put it all out on the field here just for you have to go to the 12th again.
To sit down the side in order and give the Sox their bats back. Brooks, the pitch. There it is! Strike 3 swinging. A challenge pitch down the middle. Smith can't handle it, and now the Sox are going to have a chance to walk it off in the bottom of the 11th. Can they do it? Let's find out when we come back here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Mission Ridge, proud sponsor of AppleSox Baseball, says, let's go, Sox. Hope you're enjoying the game. Head up to the Chair 5 Pub at Mission Ridge. Open Fridays through Sundays all summer long. It's your spot for great food, local drinks, and unbeatable mountain views high above the valley. Whether you're wrapping up a day on the trails, looking to cool off from the summer heat, or just want a relaxed place to hang out with friends and family, the Chair 5 Pub delivers. Keep the good times rolling after the final inning. Visit missionridge.com to learn more.
Wenatchee businesses, step up to the plate. Firefly is your hometown MVP for managed IT and cybersecurity, protecting your time and tech since 1992. For a limited time, Firefly is offering a free vulnerability scan to help pinpoint the gaps in your security and bring clarity to your risks before they turn into errors on the scoreboard. Call 509-663-TECH today to secure your scan and stop the bad guys from stealing home.
Hey, get the goat off the AC vent.
This time of year, we are right there with the goat, hanging out and trying to stay cool.
Folks can start quotes on our website, WenatcheeInsurance.com.
And you can schedule an in-person video or phone appointment.
No one should have to sweat about insurance.
We are a locally owned independent agency, so we can walk people through a variety of options.
Make sure you're covered, maybe even save some money.
So give us a call or text today, 509-295-9055.
And then get back to the AC with the goat.
It all comes down to this. Landon White, Kanoa Morisaki, Noah Fields. Your three Sox here in the bottom of the 11th inning. You got two runners on. Young at first, Lopez at second. As White climbs into the right side. Tied up here 5-5 in extras. White squares the bunt early. Miller, long hold and the pitch. White pulls back the bunt. The pitch was low and away. That's a ball.
You know, I'm just throwing this out there. A slash might come fruitful. You know, that is a bit of a gamble there. But you got the first baseman crashing. If you slash and run towards the right side, it could work.
Squares the bunt again. The pitch pops it straight up right to Miller, who gets called off by Huey, the first baseman, who came all the way in and made the catch. And pardon me, it's actually Campbell at first base taking over for Huey. And that's the first out here in the bottom of the 11th.
Now batting, back catcher, number 11.
You just can't do that. You got to get that job done. You got to put the butt down and advance the runners. And especially in a situation like this, popping that butt up is just not helping your squad.
And that's Kanoa Morisaki with one away, still two runners on. Base hit to the outfield would win this game with Lopez there at second. He's got the speed. And Darlington could give him the wave to end this game and send these fans home happy. Miller hits his signs, comes set, facing the switch-hitting Morisaki, batting from the left side. Pitch to him. High and away, ball one.
The sidearmer Miller just had the AppleSox's numbers so far. They've just struggled against him, you know, popping up, striking out. They have to advance these runners.
That was his 42nd pitch of his relief outing. As the Sox are going to call time here quickly and get a pinch runner for Lopez, so he hustles off. And in his place, Tyler Skyleman, the two-way player, will come out to run for Lopez.
Number 18, Tyler Skyleman.
Let's see what Skyleman can do here. I believe they have a better speed advantage, definitely bigger strides from him.
They have a taller guy.
Mm-hmm.
One ball, no strikes on Morisaki. Skyleman at second. He's the winning run. A swing could end this game. The pitch to Morisaki. He takes us on the outside edge for strike one. Now every single second pitch, swing, just has you itching for the Sox to win this game. Pressure mounting, moment after moment. One ball, one strike. Miller, the kick and the delivery. The breaking ball misses away. That's ball two.
You got to get something out of this at-bat. You know, whether it's a walk, hopefully, of course, a single, or bring home the run.
Skyleman at second. Ryder Young at first. Morisaki at the plate. We're tied 5-5, bottom of the 11th in extras. 2-1 count. Miller's pitch. Morisaki fouls this straight up, straight back, out of play.
Saki came out big in Game 3 against Nanaimo. 2 home runs that game. He has the clutch factor. Let's see it here.
A home run would win it, or a well-struck ball to the right center, left center gap. Shoot to the alleyway, and the Sox go home happy. 2-2 count with one away. Miller. Long hold. Kicks and fires. Morisaki up the middle. It bangs off the second base. They're waving Skyleman around third. The throw to the play. Late, the Sox win. They walk it off. Morisaki. How about that? Wow. Wow.
The AppleSox's third walk-off win, the second here in extras this summer. and they have a flair for the dramatic. We always say it, Smith, and they show it today. Saki comes up big. His dad's in town, and what a way to finish it off.
13 series wins this year, 5 straight here in the second half. These Sox are incredibly hot. We'll have some post-game coverage as well as talking with Kanoa Morisaki here in just a little bit on the AppleSox Radio Network.
At Banner Bank, cheering on the AppleSox is just one more way they show their appreciation for the Wenatchee Valley. When it comes to your finances, it's all about how they can help you move forward with truly personal service, smart financial solutions, and being the local expert by your side when it matters most. In fact, Banner Bank has been named one of the 100 best banks in America by Forbes for 10 straight years and one of Newsweek's best regional banks again this year. Stop by your local Wenatchee branch or visit bannerbank.com. Banner Bank member FDIC.
Let's give a big hand to a proud sponsor of today's game, the Salcedo Group of Companies. Celebrating 25 years of serving our valley, Salcedo does it all, from top-tier HVAC and electrical expertise to major local development. Today, they're proving their philanthropic heart by supporting over 70 local organizations across Chelan, Douglas, and Grant counties, including our very own Wenatchee AppleSox. Locally grown and deeply committed, Salcedo continues to invest in everything that makes our valley home. Thank you, Salcedo Group of Companies.
NCW.news is your source for accurate and intensely local news across North Central Washington. Part of Ward Media, an independent company committed to local journalism, NCW.news provides stories from our network-respected community newspapers. Stay informed with news from the Lake Chelan Mirror, Leavenworth Echo, Cashmere Valley Record, Quad City Herald, and Wenatchee Business Journal. With over 100 years recording the region's history, NCW.news and Ward Media keep communities engaged on the issues that matter most. Visit ncw.news for local news you can trust.
Hit a home run with LocalTel Communications. For over 40 years, we've been Central Washington's trusted telecom provider, delivering fast internet and reliable phone service. Whether you're streaming the big game, video chatting with loved ones, or running your business smoothly, LocalTel has you covered. Join the LocalTel family today and enjoy the best connectivity in the region. Visit us at localtel.com to learn more.
You paid for 9, you got 11, and the Sox put on a bit of a show here in Game 2 of the series to get their 5th straight series win and their 13th of the season. And to put it bluntly, it wasn't the prettiest game we've seen here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium.
Yeah, no, Smith. I mean, not the prettiest is the perfect way to put it. I mean, it's a walk-off win, 6-5, which is great. But going, 4-4 into extra innings with the Port Angeles Lefties, who are last in the league while you are first place, records-wise, context, Port Angeles 10-12.